And a Friday, October 6, 2023. Na yetena sia ye free neat 100.9 FM and ye ba makwem. Na me man tijumedi ne de bremon. Oman ntini se ye nyina ye hwehwe se ye die ebeba afiefie ahodo mu ama ye die etimi akọ aye empota ahodo mu. Ye die mpo ekomansini honom a ebi so akọ aye mantam ne mu. Na oman Ghana nyina di yie na ye nyina no yanya ahoto enti ene yetena ase a me man tijumedi mi amedi ho chia me no ye fra me ADAKABRI mudu oshioma. My senior co-character right in front of me I am off as a precope Marjorie or say Ajimai
me warfare ni
just be an idea or see the uniqueness of the host cannot be replicated elsewhere. Into every host is unique.
Obia one idea.
Obia one idea.
Sana journalism.
Obia one idea. When the boss I make say obedient in your mutual, obedient I obedient. Your friend is saying
I'm just Cindy Thompson. No.
Maybe.
And yes, Cindy Thompson.
Name may be Agnes. I don't also be a head. Work on it for me. Also beer one idea. So teacher say and idea man. Enti yamfase that's so emfama panyini kojo dame ado. Oh, I've got it. Hannah Mafu. Okay. It was such a great piece. Yeah, mo hwehwe emfama me. Obia ne ne dinti men charge obi buy anything. Obia ne ne die. Obia ne dinti ya mo hwehwe emfama me Hannah Mafu. Na yentie ensam na oka ewo mu no. Na tanyina na ya hye ne nso. Se obia ne ne die Hannah Mafu na yeso boss anwom no. Na ene yetena se no panyin kojo da me ado as usual ene ye de aseda ede ema no. The production wa hwehwe kire se obetoto na major sajima so ebo ne chidom na nanaku afriye na ono so service mrante kwa no emi no na eno akire no technical production no so no abna frema abankro one nana ya safo wo so hwe se all social media handles bibia ebekoso ede ama yene na fi no engineering group no so no achu agbo worker kwatiakwa na najare na naboaje ada sankroma nso yesa mrane se sempro na fe no yede aseda so de ama facilities group and no big solo and a dada and a Godfrey the friend you brana na fe so no you brana na chire no na fe so no mapuna DJ Bosco and san na yede aba na yaba be hwe mills ya saramrane se tetai na bibia timi akoso and then some daba maso tia wapa honorable member of parliament for Asene Central Ura Kennedy Kwame Koti Abua akompreko ohene Japan na yene no betenase na ene ba bia waduro no osi MPP for omuma na kwanya no mumfa party ni hye as a flag bearer na omu de hye as a flag bearer ono obegina wo manim ade nsama to Ghana fo anim ama Ghana fo so ahwe so am ye de nsa atene no so representation of the People's Act na ono wababa ye Ghana mampanyini na ye de da nyina ka no yampa na we na ka we na yese bia tie uka say alankojo chematen ban ye no sa na ye kan ye say ye no substance adie pote so aduru bra ye hunu substance no say honorable member na ye busa ne say wonu die nti na oso peso ye president ni yamma na kwanya me na yi ne ho ano die nti a oso peso ye president ni abusan se akwanya ben so na wo fa ade abeye president no na emfasodie bekosodie ama mrante e wo ma we se mu emfasodie bekosodie ama maba wa ma e wo ma we mu eye emma kura adwadifo ma titru singre modafo no any businesses emfasodie be na wo so ma wo de ye pa tie free no ha no You may be disappointed. Say bia na yamena nyi we asema no. Yamena nyi we asema no. Na huruye wo ho isusu no. Moja mpani tiri mu da. Enti ye de ye wie bibia no. No ani pem no. Oso obe address bibia, no address bibi. And the global info your friend is saying analytics and the dahono. Kennedy Kwame Akompre kwa Japan. Lead Dr. Muhammad Bawumia in the swing regions. 2024. Would the Muhammad Jinaho now would the your friends say Akompre ku Jinaho na ushe figures in the swing regions. Swing regions no so ya makoma 9. Swing regions no a greater Accra. Swing regions no a central region. Swing regions no a western region. Swing regions here northeast region. South regions in 9 way. Kwame Akompre kwa Japan. I got more numbers.
Yeah.
Than some with Dr. Bama de Baumia Begina swing regions.
According to global info analytics.
According to global info analytics.
Yeah.
Quite interesting. Quite interesting. Enti na wabusa ho. So no wabusa ho. Majari.
Yeah, Wafa.
Sa kwanya we aye pese ye hwehwe substance no. Odwene ho sen.
Wafa, that's very good. Nemum, for the first time, me ambush you. In fact, me time ye fly say ye ne Honorable Kennedy or Hina Japan, ekasa and pe, and now because we should also try na yen give space to all aspirants, especially as far as MPP, one more presidential congress, no, concern. Inti we try na nipane catch them on direct message. Or say, Mark Jerry, I think I have to read that message to you directly. Or say, Mark Jerry, tell your offer. One can tell your uncle, or say, tell your offer that he should also give space to other aspirants. Now, some offer on unim is nipping na. Over there, yaka journalists are a work room who are winning a nipa service, Manushi Sumunum, but when say, we are number one.
No, brother. Makwa kushia Dr. Muhammad Bawumia. Menena kasa. Wa agree. So beba betina ha me akasa. Ni twi no. Na mkache nse me pese o improve on ni twi no. Enti mama Dr. Muhammad Bawumia nipa wo ko kire ni twi.
But where they say we na one of the twi bawo.
The professional levels no pese dru baby. Enti mama ni nipa be kire ni twi and he so welcomed it.
Okay.
ADAKABRI, I'm happy about that.
Yeah.
I'm happy about that. Why are there pa? So,
and now Dr. Free Akutunso wadanfo pa no.
Madam, me wafa na
no. Wafa Enti
also Free Akutunso me wafa.
Enti me nipa ne kan na me meka che ne se o de nkrofo nyina wunim wo mo.
Also Free Akutunso. Eye ne papa baafo Akutunso. And dru baby. Ba me nkroma echechire your friend is saying nkrofo no.
Yeah.
Na fe na santefo mrantie na omo san wo CPP mu no. Na san ye omo ya. Se ene ye chechire wo mo no. And ye jai omo ye no na Santis ni bi.
Okay.
Enti satam Kwame Nkrumah eye santifo mrantie miensa eye aro frimpong manso basi prempe. Omo na di representation every Kwame Nkrumah kache Kwame Nkrumah say onya bafo akoto.
Okay.
Every say na person ye omo ye CPP for say ye omo ya. So omo so omo die ne bafo akoto. So hono ti bafo akoto to no mi onsi aro frimpong manso from. Sa so na also Free Akoto Mr. T onso nsi ADAKABRI Mahmudu Osioma onsi me from atiana etie nyina kwakwa ne abeye ba
ko. Ento so on say message here ti me bie no amado na mom owura da ni mo de
engineer
eno na ese wuja ma me na me yes science
me de
because they say maka Honorable Kennedy Sineza ka wuja ma me na nka me pe eyo owura lancha Martin
kwajo chema
na
okay
enti Matias Yamao. Okay, Honorable Kennedy Matias Yamao na owura Akoto Afiri nyame ya Dr. Bawumia nso Matias Yamao na emo wo de adeni mo de ese uja ne mame
mo adwuma Alan Martin Alan Cash Talk Show Alan Cash Prime Time Show.
Oh, okay.
I remember a guest, a host. Unse January no. Time of the GTP ne beto ho no.
Okay.
O kan bibi.
Yeah.
Se obekana sam actually Ghana for.
Yeah.
Into obeye prime time talk show. It is no. Me pleading with your
friends. Yes, no, I'm because no man
no. Bekwa ko pleading. Now why a guest because obey the tree ni brofo. It's brofo no. Unya oba what brofo year. So now the ono akoye brofo no.
Okay.
Na tree no so no. Mama so makosere wo mo so mo ma so me guest yi.
Ono ma be tree no.
So bra be tree no. Why sanka be.
Oh, I don't know me.
It come from Japan. Use obi aso obedi mu no. On for the time ni agro. Ye man no 130 pepe. A compre kun got here 125.
Yeah.
What do you make of the fact to say you see show 130, 125 no
and the say Ghana man time some na ye kekan no say ade na nye adwuma nipa bi de ye adwuma yie so say the city no na sebe ebre de one fa bra nye adwuma de bia obeka akire wo bibia mu nti ye good say odi ne time so what ma ba bebedu ebre kra je time ye de man no kra nya nri aba bedu no relax so nti we ne kra no
because it's more engaging with them just omo ni di nkomo yes sensitizing say the decision of the editorial team say your substance ye mpe emuaye say we ne kan say nti eye panyi kojo damiado one abena frema ene eye nana ya asafo ene nana ekwefriye omo nyina ne hye eye reception area almost sensitizing no and I take it so say on any team no so will be well pleased say your person who the substance the person be a plan will be a substance they will say what the be man panyinin into yen hwe so ntoma no enyem wa ya de ma obi a na hwe so to de ma wo iti in a minute no the neighbor I mean the nkomo.
That's right.
What are your expectations? Me can messages kakra on
me expectations ni say said ya waka no obetima ma yate ase de enti ase to abama no because yeah, Dika Kajan say, Nene Ghana for no near about one and 1992, the NBM. Politicians, they have to know. And so, who say, about one and 1992, the NBM. And they Ghana for, Sabi, ya quite any more batumu. And Sabi, with the liberalization of the radio, ya 10 Roma baby, I say. It's a Debiana Meka, Samete behind the microphone, baby, I would Anna Meka say, ya quite any mono, and they are about one dynamics, and no assessor. What the uncanny dynamics in the basis here, you fail. Iti so bebe kachire yen die nti a Ghana for 1 MPP for 2 Ghana for MPP for ginu tumo a etimi to abama no ba no president no to be convince yen. That is my expectations and one am hwe free no yeah
expectations no I don't know enti obetena say in a minute
yeah
na yankenkan Facebook live no
okay
messages ne kakra e wo ha saying comments and pillar 2 or say congratulations to Nanado and honorable or say Educhum. Kwabena Adisco or say Dr. Koto can bring unity in the party. Delegates, let's vote for Dr. Koto. Felix Opong or say Dachain in Nanakojo Opong Bempinase and Washe live. Bismarck Boche, when is Ken coming? Ken is already in the Despite Media building, Ship House. Or I say, or a year. Within the studios of Neat. Come on, that's the man. That's the man. That's the man. Musho Casey aye ni sea blue shirt na mame. Musho Casey the sea blue shirt no. When the sea blue shirt na share no. I was say yes. The man is wearing a sea blue shirt and then very athletic. And now or the atnasie. Air conditioning from mame. Now honorable member of parliament for Asene Central. Yeah, Ura Kennedy Ohene Japan. That's the official name in parliament. No, Kennedy Ohene Japan.
That's right.
And he's in the studios.
Kenneth
Ohene Japan. That is the official name. Kenneth Ohene Japan. He's in the studios of NEAT 100.9 FM. Na awie Yamano Akwaba. Na fe no yeso dem ase no honorable member yam watena se
ye nuamenua
yam Akwaba enso so
mejoso
that's it na awie yatena ase a e de me nua ne ho na me tia se ntu ni me na me de abam na on my and also on your right Marjorie Osei Ajiman Abrantia or no so no is a talk show host na on Thursdays and Tuesdays 7 p.m. thereabout no on also in the event say Kwasi Abuaji ni ho, Adakabri ni ho, Mame Biama ni ho, Magjero Sajman no, ono ena odi ho tintiman. Na team no so no, odame de obano no dada ono na production ni nyina esi na so. Enti odame so e ho no ma. And na ku free year wa hene from batenten, ona a service a production team no, or service wo across. Emma bibia e da na kwem. Then we have Abna Frima, flanked by Nana Yalsafo, woman so, and now almost share on various social media handles. Now on Besha Diamayan, and then a dear person, no, yes, say the substance, DNT, and now person, your president. Na a quania or faso adibedi, na fame so no, so be the presenter, Fasodia Beko, and Melpuno, our Ghana, and Fasodia Beko business captains. Business executive be call so emfasodia be call women and maso titru single mothers no e woman said say wo this blueprint into because them one the first time I be can PhD patriotism and then honesty and then discipline and them one wo can e de kire yen into woman said so ombetwitwa wasema wo kan mu e be ko be bia na ahwese ye beto no apete with the view say a bit deflated, and when I can't say, and when I'm an I say, Yampen, what ye was the president? You be see who Fasodia, I was almost said, yes, on Bay Sadiano, a day am I. We are good to go. And yadi, who's so team I don't buy almost so our house here, almost do it. Now, wouldn't say, I'm with that, no fasten no. I almost got America, what need you pin make cousins be the entry brothers, almost your twins, and opium wrong. Oko national health insurance menim so ahune da Francis Osu opium omo nyina ye baako nti omo free America na America nye omo de that time na NS Boatin Boatin ambassador Boatin ni nua Ernest that time opportunities omo free America ba no omo yira won kran ha me na me so omo nsa na me kire omo kran kurom if omo free kuma se no bese no ko abrochire no mo ni mo kran right yet na sia na nigisam ya transi honorable member nokure your friend say nokure edie na eba mu a esi ye twa me ne kura oso beka nokure
yo medasi am say nokure baby ya ne ked but utimi council ema bibi ne a utimi da. If we say a tronim, contomponim. Obia wutwa contompo no. Kodana won so. Oda won if you say ofu say asema wo kan ye no. Obi ebe challenge na say obi kosiu na wode na court. Ba me me kan sem ni wie. Na ba say wode me court kra me evidence. Me momi tirimu and custom abra anyhow. Why I do that is on say we are say a nipa reputation is hard to build. So you just don't take a second to destroy somebody's reputation. And we are very careful to come out with information. Information I'm never out. O challenge me. The more and never back. I'm not embarrassed. And now, so you're a politician. It's hard everywhere in the world. What kind of creepy now when you're a town for anyway. But I read one philosopher was say, any leader who is not criticized by some of his people means he's not doing something right. So long as you criticize people, this status quo, to the advantage. They will be your enemies. And they will start talking about you. But Bible now actually say, I don't see the need to lie. I could chatro at
at what point they want to say no correct can we and fasudie bi also
say we share over the years politics me bemo America omunim trodi I learned that. But me and Kazano also saw and I'm Subanti, and I'm going, no more sharing. And over the years, Oshe and someone media back out. Any day we are beginning a month for Dimatem. Now, and so I stood my grounds. Emma eventually, almost every case, now issue am raising beyond. It has come to pass no credit. The Ama Ghana for believe in me. Say, can I Japan there?
Because me get it close to you. In fact, October 2023 is exactly 20 years. I may get you close to you. Say, me kai, the news also be kai there. Adum FM. Na studios anymore. Na me ne new for Swampofo, former chairman of NDC. Na ye did dokono. And now you can't say
on weekends, Fridays,
Fridays.
Program.
On that Friday, I did dokono. And now you come home same then you stood before for Swampofo. And then I catch and says, "Aqua we say, or 2 more quarter London, Suya dear, and what the other say, so be on money, I can home same Brandy wouldn't Messiah. As one would me who dance at you for Swampofo say, Minyenipa, Bonini. That is exactly 20 years ago. Na sa 20 years no be sin no dia catch me and say time bia no me nimu closely no me say who that passion to do something, who that passion to tell the truth. And at times I try to understand you dientia ema wo ye sa unia very I mean different no since 20 years here me di nimu no e bia of a president of president I then now sister no of president.
Jesus ano. One day, menene konto kwana me offer bi kodi nachi. In fact, mabusu afọ kra anya de. Enra, eno beka jem se me offer ne wo o ekremudi. Anze mabusu ya ne bi ekremu ne bi e friend Sedu.
Kremo Sedu.
Yeah. Wo wu a wo man kan kire me. Mr. Father we wo mu ba ya. Sanu mbebo wan say what? Me metie abusu mu. Papa ne free mu man kan kire me offer, you know. Sa me offer no na me ne me sister kon ye na. O bebo mi ana me ka kire say one day my president me chimu nyina egu.
At that time.
Yes.
One day mayor president me chimu nyina egu.
Everything that they be have a sister from Mr. President.
Oh, now I
can
appreciate. Who the president?
One day, my president, my chimu.
And that's why your president, who any baby about you, Magum.
Oh, no. You see, we are going to say, Ubachichinko, for Amrawama, and Branya Jumadia, Wabino Encher. But Obi Amrabedinu be idea. The law must deal with you. And oh, dear. I'll stay away.
It's not just a sad time one wafa eba wufri say ofa ejna eye Betty China can say one day mayor president mechimu nyina gu no e dey na kan wa we nya that realization say we be president.
You know, I don't know. Maybe it's a gift. Bibi amede man no be kan bi answer ye ho. Mama kan say December.
Come me say na me say me kan bi so ama so asre.
Me ka kire me mama say me ada me wuo no me ma aigbefo besu enkranfo besu esirimfo besu asantifo besu
esuni frafrem
ade emfa and you believe it say unconsciously it has happened me wu aigbefo be bobo asantifo be bodoa you know just that of the dia gross
so
it has come to
enye wa so na do ano kan yo hum bi na madwa no cancer
nanu ya ye ko ballot me number 8 first na just any pattern wona obeyi obeto so 8 a odi beyi the first person second third me 1 number 1 give me be fie no na msaka kire me say the second one so me 1 na my busy ewo baby and no friend say babu ka say wan kasa na mekwa koyi na be nti me mo obi a na masoma obi so nkoye e wa nam chai enam ko
or remind you
yeah ekwensu me one.
Now can I say if you so catch them say we beat Alan.
Yeah, I told you.
Wa mo be edi no kwani na boy.
Yeah.
And I catch them say me beat Alan.
Yeah.
I didn't make answer.
Sir, ono fair campaign, me fair campaign. Others no na oma kodi one side edi ehu ahye wo mu. Enti wo ya ehu ni sika ni influence no. Definitely he was going to win, but many Allah no there. Oh, share the popularity on the ground. Alan has been in the system for a long time, but the Drew baby no, I say he kept quiet and was silent. Enti enkolano bebria woman yini ebi ano me 12 years, 8 years ni na oto aba obi ano 10. They say President Kufuor Abreso 2008, EBPM 2023 will give you about 15 years. Ti obi odi 25, that time we did 10. Ya ka alano na onimo no. So, and because I stay away from the system, I hear quiet in Intino. A lot of them don't know him. And I mean consistently, I've been a member of parliament. A probably Honorable Alan mistake when he say one for so anchor yet member of parliament. So, and he make a constant appearance on radio, media, whether good or controversial. The young ones that were very young are no more to aban. Now, Oma matured that. Omutimi to aban. And you know more.
And with loyalty to a president of the Republic, Nana Akufo-Addo, unmatched. And now, respect to Alan, unmatched. If you recall, say, Menewo Neno Tnase, now can't say senior. Say Nanado ni what dear, me support. And Nanado what dear, me support Nanado.
Yeah.
That loyalty to Nanado and respect to Alan, who explaining the same.
Yeah, you see, and only no krana o canibi. Me, let me tell you why I supported Nanado that time, and I had challenges somewhere. I always listen to the masses, what they want. They tell me what they want. If what the masses are saying, and the Bama party na power, I'll support you. In 2007, 2008, everybody said the masses were supporting Nana Akufo-Addo. So I had to listen to them and give them what they want. What you say? But that doesn't negate the fact that Alan is also a senior man to me. And Oyinipebia Obuno untimin kasana nim by heart. And now Osai am senior at Sado College.
Santa Clausian.
Whether you like it or not, Adisco boys behave like Ku Klux Klan. I'll tell you the truth. You dare not criticize your fellow Santa Clausian. Or yeah, them, but going out there to criticize Unia, and I think say Adisco guys will not take it kindly. And now, my brother Kitwa no the opokuare
Tatetie.
But you know,
Tasakwa.
Adisco has a gift to be said that no matter the age, Sawushia, Mr. Dr. Sam Jonah. Now, all those years of Koani and my Ushiauna Yaka Adisco Sama, they were on Ube Diagro as if send a classmate in one. What do you say? And my one Casacriano, Sawuko, now Coca, Unia, be once and more. I revere Alan because of his personality and, of course, a Santa Clausian. Why not? What do you say? At that moment, in 2007, Ghana for changing no more penal. almost say almost penanado. What didn't go well today, let me tell you, Alan's side, say, that time, now President Kufuor free Ashanti region and obey president. So, and the others were saying, so let's spread it. And they say, Nanado, watch your party move free Eastern region. Yen Fama Nana, because of free Eastern region. And Nakuku drew near. And people bought into it. So, and no account affected Alan that time. Immediately, I was listening to the grassroots, the voice, majority, Niano Moka, ain't in a mammy. But I'll always give respect to a Santa Clausian.
Oh, okay. It's not young one. So Koshian will quote na stand at attention as a kid and then mention.
Senior. Yes, sir.
You're a great man. If you respect any loyalty, there now value, there now cherishing.
Both, but loyalty first. In your maybe your well, Mukra, you don't need him to be a. But, sir, Obia, Onen at Nasi, Atun Sedidi, a Mwebi Odia Mano. Na it drew time, I also want to show love. No, but down the Chiamount. Say, Sabi, a beer, position where I may walk, ain't mean to me and support too. Because me support too, pa, it be yimeti. But that's a lie. It's even a lie because Osha President Kufuor, Osha Ameu, Peter supporting Alan, Osha Abna Osei supporting Alan. President Kufuor on Saki will be. So if you give me excuse, although I know there are intimidations, but these two people, Amabomdi, have been bold to say, a crime be so omo ne Alan Tientino, omo to me, and yet near Nipebi Eka. So I expect Manso, Mindam Fufua, I've killed myself for them. And unti and the MPP to make the 10 cents of Kenya Japan, or in defense of the party and some personalities in the party. Now, Emredu now so media me say, na nipa no to me catch them say, and nam the obedient on to me and support to ye. So,
Bakuya, because I was my support. Kumasi na nukushi asese kwada so ho baabi ma begina wa no ani abre sese ni pass me se amotwe na bo so no woni mmoa wo bo aye woni mmoa wo bo aye me ara me se me pese ne de obetwe obi abo so 2008 was it time aye board ni wo radio so midday news say Dr. Muhammad Bawumia and as the running mate to Nana Danko Kufuor. I'm a best of parliament. Na you went ballistic. Na Kasabi said na any penny party mo. Dear the tutu ma yes adiano.
I thought say catch them say, and I should come and talk about my vision. But I will still answer you. I'm not afraid. Na enkomo bi akoso tieniye. And a very good question you've asked because no, they want to sacrifice Kenya Japan. Na enkomo bi akoso our London Claridge's Hotel. Enkomo no asem me nitro Kofi Bewa a witness.
The late Kofi Bewa.
Yeah, the late Kofi Bewa. Joe Forson a witness.
What you say?
And common na course ni say oh mommy yanko pe kremonia oye panyini na ompe Nana Akufo-Addo Just after the meeting, 3 days, me bedroom, me Ghana, na me publication. All the pictures I saw were young Muslims and not a single elderly man among them. To be honest with you, na me nim vice president that time. That is why I posed the question. 92 Pacha said, party no more dear children no Obia Muslim bia nyima ye panyin obetimi pay. And to tell you the truth, based on the conversation across London clergies, and my focus your attention on Alaji Jaula.
MMD Jaula.
Yeah, on nani and kasa. Then all of a sudden the shock came. Say, list of you. So I begin to digest it and made those comments.
Okay. The engine episode, the president.
Very simple. I want to effect change in people's lives. Yes, I have done it to some limit. But me feel say if I'm giving the nod as the president of this country, I'll be able to do more. Me hear me say enipa abrabom ebedi yie. Nia oman ko me hu say Ghana approach yadi generate revenue and create employment in this country wrong. We believe in theory. I believe in pragmatism. I have studied over the years, about 23, 24 years, senior Amambonisi called theory. I think we have to be practical. And this problem that I've identified, and yet unique to only Ghana and the whole Africa. We have leaders who are theorists. And my imagine is, look, to reduce unemployment rate in this country, we have to be pragmatic and use our natural resources, our raw materials, arable lands that God has given us to develop ourselves instead of the high dependency ratio on white people or Europeans or foreigners for our survival. I think, yes, sir, we're going to continue to be slaves in our own country. And me per se, yade practical solutions eba. ADAKABRI. So we say, menkwaji loan, enko biajuma. And the interest on the loan is 35%. Meni India niya Belakwa, if I say can water and Belakwa. Belakwa is a foreigner who attracts a loan of 3% or 5%. Ewa ni country ya oniba. Can Japan attracts a loan interest of 30-35%. If can water and Belakwa is you, the cost of production of Japan, who took a loan of 35% interest, automatically my cost of production will be way higher than the Belakwa, the foreigner, who took a loan of 5%. What do you say? So the finished product, yadiko market. My product will be more expensive than the foreign. The consumer, who is a Ghanaian, has no choice but to go and buy the cheaper one, based especially on his availability of resources. What do you say? The income. Incomes are so low in this country. Prices are so high. So it makes it difficult for Ghanaians even to buy. By refusing to buy certain quantity, Emma or company no, a collapse because you cannot even break even. So we need, first of all, when it comes to depreciation of our city, for instance. One, I believe that we have to improve on our exports. So in your man, yɛbɛtumi de akɔ amanɔne akɔtɔn ɛnya ho mfasoɔ ama yɛnya more dollars or pounds anaa euros ɛbɛdɔɔso akyɛn yɛne import nneɛma a yɛkɔ kraba oti aseɛ nti what we have to do is say we have simple like comparative advantage and competitive advantage. We are always better off with comparative advantage. Over the location of where you in your mouth betimi aye what you say how do you compare another country or no so your you have a product line of about 30, but where you have the comparative advantage because of location I bet me my prices above from there, you stress on those, so that will reflect on the competitive advantage because of comparative advantage, locality, and accessibility to raw materials and all those things. What to compare other countries now? What do you know? Cheaper. Because you'll be able to produce at a cheaper cost, you will now get a competitive advantage in terms of price. So, can I Japan on go school there? Bring those people here, and with my qualification as PhD, qualified by experience, and I'll teach this PhD economics. Simple.
I just say, Canada Japan patriotic, Canada Japan honest.
I'm not there yet.
Canada Japan discipline.
I'm not there yet.
And Osanya experienced person. It's a feno Ghanaian. I am the company. Na foreigner. I am the company. Now we say Ghanaian Ukraino on your competitive towards a year foreigner no on the basis say Ghanaian baby on nyani sika free or didi jano. But the tutu baby a foreigner no so nyani sika free or didi jano. Let a Ghanaian wo form. No mu nyina so adidwa organa no. O mu nyina so sika bedi o mu nsam a. Why ana ne de betena Ghana?
Ghana ni no. The foreigner will always repatriate the money because he took loans and he has to service the loans over there.
So the loans no come back.
No, all repatriating is a drain on our foreign reserves. And no, and competition, but demand a year so higher, you begin to offer higher price to get the dollar. And no that is speculation. So, and also to me, and also kosoro. Say a month for you, and the dollar may say, oh, now month for a panic buy, and also at the neighbor kosoro. Into those foreign investments in a they have to repatriate whatever they get, and they don't repatriate it in terms of cities, in terms of dollars. Into that, say demand will exceed supply, and obviously there'll be price competition, and people tend to give higher prices so that they get a what you say. And only one example that I've given you said, even loans. Let's use Asia Miracle. Asia Miracle, they say, Korea, Malaysia, Singapore, China, all of them. What they did was, now we know Despite is an entrepreneur. He has a lot of investment. Now, he employs, hypothetically, about 2,000 people. He has challenges. Let's invite Despite to come and tell us. Mukoko,
need fufu.
Need fufu.
This way chocolate.
This way chocolate. At na ya, ubetimi are expanding now we farm more people so that will reduce unemployment rate in this country. Then he tells you, if I'm able to get X number of equipment to what I have, I'll be able to expand the business and employ more people.
At a point to credit, say, a year cocoa no, yamuno, na okrefra brochiri, na ubedru porta, and who no betuano. It became a hindrance on the production level.
Right. So the senior man and also yetimishe na improve on local production. That is why I'm saying say we're going to use agri mechanization, large-scale farms, so that we'll get enough yield to process it. Yeah, processing, we export most of the processed products to international market.
Okay. Yani honorable member of parliament for Asene Central and I graduate hwehwe se MPP amanyoko ema na kwanya no mra flag bearer na ontimi en mesia kan 2024 emeye Ghana mampanyini yebusa de sentia oso be mampanyini a oso pese osachira enkrofro abrabom kwan be so na wo de sachira mabrabom.
Yeah, first of all, enipa when unyam at the age of 2022 go in nyina when unyam eye wadwuma.
Uni adwuma woni yire.
Uni adwuma woni yire. Uni adwuma woni anije. What you say? So we should make sure say the youth, I'm coming for the youth of this country. I feel so guilty say me mabe 79 every university in America. Now obi every university na adwuma is ready. Wo koye adwuma. Can Japan manu chap for 23 years. Look at unemployment rate in this country. The youth of this country have no jobs. Why? I feel so guilty. And I think, sir, I have a solution to that. We need to use pragmatic approach. What you say? As a nation, whether you like it or not, we have to give subsidies to farmers. You have to give subsidies to entrepreneurs who are going to set up industries in this country, whether we like it or not. If not, we can never be competitive. So if you are establishing development bank, first of all, let me give you one flaw. You are establishing development bank. It took a loan or grant of $800 million to establish development bank. Why on earth would you now give the money through development bank to commercial banks at 10%? And asking commercial banks to pay 10%, they have to increase the rate so that they can also pay the 10%. By so doing, initially they said 8% straight from development bank. Now it's 10. If it goes to the commercial, between 13 and 14, that alone, the increment is, or the difference, is 6.
Yes.
It means the cost of borrowing still becomes high. And it's a defeatist approach right there for what development bank did. A lazy approach in the sense that they don't want to take risk. So they are shifting the risk, the burden of, to the commercial banks. For the commercial banks,
innovation.
Yeah, for the commercial banks to make sure they stay in business and able to pay the development bank, they have to increase it to between 12 and 14. So what have you done? The cost of borrowing is still high. Now, there are so many things we can do.
Once again, what say upesa was such that obepuno abrabum.
Yes.
Enti odi wo ma every America no mo wo madwuma biye. Crime be so and na wo farmer the Ghanaian youth no a Kennedy ba ma no no. Eba obenya gidie gidie bibi tato.
Yeah. First, I'll use tourism. Second, agri mechanization and agro processing. Third, technology. Fourth, engineering. These are the 4 areas I'm going to use to create employment for the youth of this country. Before I tackle these 4, now you are jumping the gun. I'll use 3 pillars: patriotism, honesty, and discipline.
PhD, no?
Yes. Patriotism. Of late, I've come to realize that Ghana for crying no mind. We become so selfish and greedy, say. Nia obia benya konifie ene ne yire ne ma anani kuni ne ma bedi nko an odwene ho. Say Ghana ni ye yodie. I'm sorry. Nobody cares about it. We're going to use these 3 approach first by changing the mindset of Ghanaians. Oh dear. Efrema mamu enyum no wo ha nka mo
General assassin
na muntie ensem no a ewom eye stronger than national anthem mama yentie efrem amamu General assassin no
kotokrane na di yebra mu dem
wote kotokrane ase
kotokrane di yebra mu dem
yes
enu nti na wo to sa anwumi so man ye be ye ana
so enti we should begin to sing these heroic songs to conscientize if yanim painful kra na apa ho the youth that are coming to love their country, take their country as theirs. Let Ghana be yours. And don't think Ghana is for somebody. Mawu say Ghana unni baby akọ. O my Ghana no ye yi a e na nso be ye yi. Na se wanku ukoye peseminkuminya se ukofa Ghana nioma nyina. Enya dia Ghana impuntuo ebe yi.
America akwotena ye no.
Yeah.
Ghana ni betimi afri Ghana kodu America catch America ni say America ni akola say me yanka mom ni yanko bu American government ana.
Hell no.
But America ni ba Ghana obetimi aka Ghana ni brand say yanko bu Ghana government ana.
Yes, it's because of your mindset. Now you see what Ghanaians and Africans don't know. He said any white investors are ever. They do research and know every company opening the bed deal. What you say? Into your ban on weak point. So on the negotiation table, he starts from your weakness and hammer it to make you look so weak the more, so that he can get what he wants from you.
It is still on the youth. Dear Canada, Japan, they bro.
The youth, I have to create jobs for them. One, Ebimba go into tourism. Ebimba go into agric. Ebimba go into IT. We need to develop our own softwares, hardwares, and also sell to the rest of the world.
Patrick, so be man to march, no. Kennedy, what be a jumada?
Oh, what a question, ADAKABRI. You know it. Say, Ghana. Politician be anywhere also employ Ghana for HMA. I have so many businesses and they are there for you to see. When you be in your media, and first come into na me be more no. Won't you okay can we you brought for you now? Who knew more media now be back 2,000 CDs. 2,000 CDs, what? Anything I'm the major go. And I'm going here man FM ne two crowd in a bobo. I share from Granis go a chain ne two. But I have a man FM ne two, I share from and Fosu and Sumisawa Bakua. Oh, what do you say? But I know yes, small businesses. I have other big businesses all over the country. And he said, me banam catch I say, ADAKABRI. Mama wa juma ya Jimidi. If he said, at least, o se kwatre kwase obama ontuma tie ne dia. Hwe nipa e contesting nyina. Na hwe at least obi otumi tua nipa 100 akura a month. Some of the contestants aban tua mo danka, aban tua mo security, aban tua mo house girl, aban tua mo ankasa kwa, aban clothing allowance, everything they get. I rather pay people for them to take care of their family. So these two people, about cheng, ni aban to Yameka, ni a petrol crowd on free, ya the money free. Any will be our top petrol. As a triangle for canons who got top petrol. Omi and wine, a catcher also baby a jumam when you be a Ubajinedi. Asem sebe. What you say? In the history of this country, whether you like it or not, I'm the only politician. Me bemu as a successful businessman. Upemasemo, na truth go kill me. That is the gospel truth. That is the gospel truth.
Yanara assassin na yashe youth no. We a successful businessman na woba. Businessman a president am faso dia waso mo man ye beba behwe. na fe ya hwede beboa yentie Efrema mu yentie no Okay, abna mama yen nyina yensan hye enwom na sibiem na yento ye boase na yensan tie the first stanza no asem wa first stanza no eye papa Efrema mu enwom otoye no yensan tie biem ase ye nyina ya sase nie ya bodende ede mayen nananom agito ho mayen na nananom gito ho mayen no ye kotokra ne na ade ye bra mu dem eno nti na obusa se oman ebeye ana these are the words honorable Kennedy Akompre Japan or refer to Emma oye so passionate so person oye ne ye in a minute Ken would take the floor again. But for now, yenye sa point in free Marjorie ho.
Yeah. Wafa on say enwumwe no wo hwe the year enwumwe e compose ya na che say oman no e ka bibi kire say ye sha ase say ye to bunu mu no ache na ya ahwe yie bunu na ye say ye to mu no ye adwen say ye bi ye ho afiri ma na because enwum na ye nre ya na ye compose afiri ma mo compose enwum no enye na wafa ye na ye be ene obutuma enye nasem intina eka bibi e de kire yen wo hwe the lyrics enwum ni mu nsem a na che se eka bibi kire enti se wo yo mamba pa na se wo tie enwum bi se ya na utumi se awose kra ye de na achew na aka wakoma se ese wo sori na wo ye bibi na de boa wo man because ye ye wa man bebre wo ho a ye de ye ho etoto unse honorable Kennedy Kasano okay normal maybe or say comparative analysis and competitive analysis. But for me first time I made a call Russia that time na when you am prize so this on na ambassador Dr. Seth Cranton.
Yes.
On na ambassador na ebra ye kon invent bi ni ye bo eno crampo na nye we ni ye bo national anthem.
Awo mu ankasa
Na ye bo ye national anthem no for me gina na mi so. So they say, and it tells you a minor baby a ye different baby a ye de ko.
Yes, I am Kennedy and take you over. Now I'm go back to the first stanza. Yenara ya assassinate ya boarding day de mayen. Muja na nanum figu what did you assassinate the mayen? The ne kutokrane and a dear bremu demuntia. Obusa say o man a be. Let's hear that again. Now Kennedy. Cynthia or your reference to Sanyomono.
Yeah.
On Fankanasem, Emienti, and you miss say, I didn't in a Ghana, you hear businessman, you are president.
That's right.
Right, Honorable Kennedy Kwame Akompreko e Japan. Edru sa me no ye beye bi ato so so ye nananom de moja de age asase de ato. E me no nyina ade a. Eso kotokra ne na de ebremu dem te ma.
What kotokra ne ase?
And dem pesa obekire mase na me pesa me ka hye wa no.
Yeah. Kotokra ne eye nokure a emma. Yes, obia de tro.
Wode wada. On wa ya sem nanim.
Yeah, no mo kata so.
Katase mumu aso.
Yeah, katase mumu aso. Ye nka nokure. Inti kene Japan be ka nokure a. Oh, one of they were too loud. What you say? Then they call you all sort of names. This we need to change. So we should constantly play this song for Ghana. There are other ones.
It's a national songs. No?
Yes, heroic ones. So, ebe ma yemrantie ne maba weba no. Eto nyom no recite there be they will reflect soberly.
It's a national orientation.
Yeah, that is how we should change the mindset of Ghanaians.
Cynthia was a businessman by president of Ghana.
Yeah, because one, let me tell you. First of all, as a businessman, me debia no be say medjuma bia me bia me nyamfa so. So I'm going to run Ghana like my business and make sure I make profit. And the profit in terms of governance will be sika surplus ubenya now they acquire development. What you say? Mamma one example. Nya I with a ho e Ghana. So we call Busa North and South to nominate a. Now we ba Pong Okujato a black
a tongue area hodom.
Area North Tong.
North Tong, South Tong,
North Tong no ABC and Kranhai. A more assassin ye betimi de adua. Any near omuye. Look, between sugar and rice, we import not less than $1.4 billion a year.
Ammonia situation.
Yes. It is our person who cut importer. We have something economics, import substitution. Import substitution, you know, will be yenya kasa yebe dua emono wa ha. Ye do ahwedie na ye de anya asichire. So that we don't go and import rice into this country.
Emono so 90 days pena ayeyi.
Yeah, we don't go and import sugar into this country. If we build these industries here, we save $1.4 billion pressure. Pressure in the sense that traders are offering higher prices for dollar because the dollars are not there. But if we produce rice in excess and export it out, we rather make dollars into this country instead of taking dollars out of the country. So the import substitution, rice and sugar alone, we can save $1.4 billion. We don't have enough rice mills in this country. And again, we are not producing rice on large scale.
With the $5 million for rice, maybe see dumping to price so get it here.
That time, $350,000 rice mill, Kwashiga time. And I'm cultivating 598 acres of rice. Yani one a valley bottom. And we are womb the chain money. But uko busa nomni ya seni asasini the whole flat. We need to put more processing plants. Ewo na yema subsidize the farmers. Now we produce rice in abundance. See why subsidy is important, they said. You think, by subsidizing it, but you are saving the $1.4 billion. That puts pressure on you. Emma, usikano, a depreciating in value. Emma, inflation, equation. So we have to think along those lines. What do you say? By creating these agro-processing industries, you are creating jobs. You are creating jobs.
Anybody may hear you, man.
Yeah, the technology, IT. Uko America. The last time I went, about 2 weeks ago, Ghana for minimum shai. about 30 of them are now emu 7 here, IT guys. And they are doing good jobs. Now America for poor accept you and what a lot of IT for crowd specialists. They've accepted these young Ghanaians and they are making good money. Why don't we encourage our own so that we also begin to export IT specialists just like India for Silicon Valley?
This is what we export to teachers are. What we export to IT specialists.
Yes. Yes. There are so many ways we can do to make money. Young can rely on abrofo.
It is now businessmen are all running Ghana as if you know any business.
Yeah. The ultimate aim of a businessman is to maximize profit. So what I say, I don't want to lose so that I will stay in business. And as a businessman, first advantage I may want, and he say, metimiba na mehwe duties are traders atria. Mystery is too high. I have a policy for them. The policy under Kenya Japan's administration will be reduce and expand.
Reduce and expand.
Reduce and expand. Reduce means reduce the taxes and expand the tax net. Here, large scale companies that are attracted to the large taxes, there are only 600 companies. Can you believe that?
Large scale taxpayers.
Yes.
600.
Yes.
No Ghana.
Yes. Call GRA and ask them.
Only 600
Yes,
companies.
only 600.
And you to describe as large taxpayers.
Yes. 600. Can you imagine? With a population of. Yeah. Why? Because we've not been able to create opportunities for them or new businesses to come in and expand their businesses so that the government will get taxes. Again, ADAKABRI to have what botai, what's your law from America, UK. Now they are better than You see, I am blessed to employ somebody like ADAKABRI. I am blessed to employ an artisan. Let me tell you, ADAKABRI sits here because it's a formal sector. Utia tax. ADAKABRI works at NEET FM. Inti Utia tax. Meanwhile, anopa. Contractors are almost steel plant home Bajiska. Bakuji 400,000. Na Bakuji 200. Na another one G200. All these people, they are not on the GRA, Omutia tax. I don't have any means even to charge them tax.
What do you mean withhold? So they command GRA.
They command
because set up in the
Yeah. Now let me tell you, in business, lender of last resort, when you pay 400,000, especially 10% went to the guy that you paid. That is the cheapest. So if the guy makes 40,000 cedis in a month or 2 months, ADAKABRI sits here and make about 10,000 or 20,000 2 months. He pays tax. The 20,000 pays tax. The 40,000 doesn't pay tax. How? So you need to reduce ADAKABRI tax and expand it to cover the artisans now on 40,000 went to your tax. How are you going to do it? Every artisan in this country will get a license with a PIN number. If you don't have it, any employer who will be employer, Watumra, and we have inspectors coming in. When they come and you say, in Kofona, we recruit you are not taking taxes from them. You are in trouble.
Mamin
Yeah.
Kennedy Kwame Akompre Japan, I steel plant.
Right.
Artisans and Abe Juma Honum.
Right.
Wahunu Swama Yajuma Mano. No Maba, Fiayaka. A business and nay will be 400,000, not the amano. 200,000, not the amano. Another 200,000, not the amano. Make us say 800,000, na echo.
Yeah. No tax.
No tax. omaji omo de come.
Yeah.
But obisua se ninu ADAKABRI ti here ansa na eye despite media the market ria ebe my best point the amame no what tax no e dey to pay as you earn.
Right.
And na statutorily no what you am senate ni bibi awie.
Right.
In the end no me no matua tax and na nipa wono so do ye artisan no ontua hwe enso so yetua nka babo dan so ma me was meju 20,000 cedis no answer so afa 20,000 cedis and ade ma no oni tax yi bia wo de ma wo no ageko unsusu ene unsusu 20,000 no under the formal sector watua home tax na no na Kennedy so be yeden.
And I'm saying we'll reduce taxes in this country and expand the tax net. We'll reduce the formal sector no taxes no and expand it to the informal sector. You see, we are not going to collapse their business. By so doing, we him say artisans nim advantage also use the word snake. If they pay taxes now, and womu senator in the long run, oko pension or yakokurano as an artisan, wire carpenter for so many years. Sabi, why because your main crown went to me and sit down. Senate dear, he can follow.
Between follow Senate.
Yes, you see, this is how I will make money for the nation and money per hunchiro because they say no duties a direct tax. What you say? Duties are direct. Enti no wode buy na wode ne last nyina guso na enyoma bo ayedenden what they fail to know say no businessman will want to lose money. Enti whatever price I would charge him I'll pass on to the consumer. What you say? So in the end it's the consumer who suffers. Although me as a businessman may suffer because when the prices are high now it discourages people from buying your product. By so doing, the amount of a year out there and our quantity. If initially when the price was right, you were selling maybe 20 containers a month. This time, the 20 containers in a month, you sell 5 containers.
Yeah.
So
there is a turnover no akosoro.
Precisely.
Turnover so kosoro na nipa dodo so anya biaye.
What I am saying is, I have one policy called reduce and expand.
Reduce and expand.
Yeah, but on a campaign trail, you cannot say all these within 1 hour or 2. That is why. Another, they say honesty. Honesty being said, despite a beer a human, or the share ADAKABRI, despite spend so much money, Ofi said, godo. First 2-3 years there, or 5, you break even. I expect ADAKABRI to declare profit from the 6th year to the 10th. Ejuma 10 years, there be about boss, ebe ye, nyame oho, ebe ye, nyame oho. Now would you see that? Now we see that. Now the man who had a dream to create employment for people was sabotage. That dishonesty in this country, we need to stop.
Uche no kura na wanhwe or no be fa lawyer or just no dey no.
Any lawyer kura. Watching na wapam no. Ye kofre sofo no abedwantoa. Ye kofre politician no abetrete as if say politicians got the nerves to call a private company as if say omo na du musika e bi adwuma ne ma wo. What you say? Then you get ahemfo tutu nice kente ye di dwantoa. Wo abrochira akwotena o UK. Wo ye bone ne yi wadi adwuma ma. Obi tutu kente be pacho. Osofu bi be pacho.
O hini be na ti abrochira ho. Wo ka fa na di na kwa he.
Exactly. Enu nti na systems no eye adwuma. Ghana ha ye problem a emma Ghana enkoso baako Jamanica. Enu nti no fi say Canada Japan ye difficult. Jamanica. These same people who kwa abrochira Jamanica ni onti. They work well, they are honest, they earn their money, they are able to save and bring some home. So under Canada Japan, no Jamanica. Ohina will give you the respect when you come to your palace, but not interfere in anybody's business.
Ohina be tutu tie mo badwa ato akra na yetimi ka se we na wada roba yenti o.
Yentie. Osofo ba and I praise the Lord na one na fache na Yesu Christ em fanche na. Yesu yaso no kwa asori de mu a. Wo mu di nse hunu ya.
Odemfia.
Otwe aba eburu wo mu.
Etiyamra back businessmen for mo Ghana sisi almost suffer. Ade na wo ka kire wo.
Yeah, businessmen are more Ghana. What I would do for them is to create opportunities for them to get cheap loans to do their business. Because loans, the interest on loans in this country are ridiculous. Look, let me tell you. And yes, I can Japan join ADAKABRI. Adame wu ubatisa me da form rain. Be bank be any what me come to me. I want one bank to come and tell me say making a Japan about business. Minika baby because misro say uko business with 35% low interest. Now the quiet you may delay about steel plant and I'm saying me na interest no e hipu. Mami kabinchro me more business. What I've done na me nyebiem. Me call rounds me de $1 and a koji overdraft. The most annoying part, over $2 million no egu ho. Omo je kra no. Ukoji 600,000. A year 650 a year. Ojo bloku $800,000.
Enrus kaswa waje as what you know
for security. That year onu wa bloku $800,000. Ghana governor ntie ye. Emranu you cannot cheat customers like that. My $800,000 doesn't earn interest. No. Zero. Tieniye, what block me $800,000? And Rami call some and then answer because free you know this city cinema. 3 months. Oh my Jimmy, $600,000. Oh my Jimmy, $458,000.
3 months OD on $600,000.
Yes, Mimi Sikadao. Ya block 800. Yes. So I question them. The Mimi dollar ne da hodie. They are not even giving me interest.
Anything.
The governor should listen carefully. They are cheating customers and making banks. You know, they make money. Yeah. Mimi $800,000. No.
What block it?
Yeah.
One capital. $1 cent.
Yeah, but Mimi ko ya mi kotu ya $450,000.
And I watch it at the atos was.
So I asked myself, I didn't think any sika we na me expect to buy. And first, man say me $1. I'm fine, you can pay. What you say?
Oh, it's where was Canada your campaign?
Yeah, me obi amwami.
Hey.
Yeah,
so to me to be mad delegation. Why was it?
Yeah, me
wouldn't support to be able.
Sometimes Mr. Opong and the Bobo nobody. Now, I have a list of them. Chief executives are 24 constituencies. Obi 10. I'm doing everything myself. What do you say? Enti.
Me too.
Me ano ma block. Me dollars and I'm there me juma.
What was the Canadian campaign with?
Yes.
And no one the dear baby so.
Yes. And no natural say, don't underestimate Kwame Japan. Because I became a millionaire at the age of 32. 31 years I have built over this business. Say my investment. What you say? I'm in broku here. And this me catch us me ya dia. And for woman no say who kra PhD in Canada Japan and go school on the Jimmy. What was can you Jimmy for open? What was can you Jimmy for open? What ya we a lawyer. Despite sabi one go school and reach to yawoka. Now I go jina say we a lawyer sabi despite ye Jimmy for. Who lawyer now beti me jina ho aka say despite ye Jimmy for sabi now usu Jimmy for there e bi ni wiase
And so now you need to do it.
What does it? Because I'm saying is that who ADAKABRI, we a lawyer.
Yeah.
Despite Uncle School and Richie.
And what for you?
And what for you?
Now for you, baby.
After which na baby I so despite Niminyansa. And Obi on Niminyansa. And I wouldn't Niminyansa. What you amu ajumaye.
Amu ajumaye.
And you will be one who can say despite any Niminyansa. What I had.
Then train I didn't see so.
Aha. What do you say?
It is a what enabling environment. All the what businesses. No business need to pound. Didn't be Ghana.
It will create employment for the youth of this country. But media, I keep stressing. Count the number of times I'm a American youth. Because the youth of this country, only future a bleak. So we call British High Commission hey, moving pick, not ADAKABRI. Make a picture. And now we do our first thing honorable Yehian. Wa Madia Ghana dear. Enye, winim. We are losing our human resource. Now, from January to June, if I'm not exaggerating, British visa, omodiama, about 1 million. So when you mean here, Pierre Migeti, Shawunsa Bunkum, Omu Asalai were left, no. Omu visa, are you ready?
I ready.
Omu more righty, a faina, Omu Koji visa. Let me pay me yes. Give me honorable.
It's not
me kai 9 a.m. Then you pass 73 and asala ekoji omu visas. I know. And then you can beam Canada beam.
Yes.
Na nurses ya omu nyadwuma they
teachers
for jobs. Yes. And now they are all living. Inti enkaya kuma. So what is wrong with us? And as politicians, ni obi a penny so obenya luxury car. No ne yire ne ma. Ne ma ko good school. What about the rest? That is my problem. I want to sacrifice my life to make Ghana a better place for our own citizens.
The one also no yire de ne no mamudi ye no a. Twene almost so aka no.
Exactly.
I didn't know one you know aka no.
If he said, yeah, what kind of French Revolution? French Revolution. Esikafuo no actually a here from come a here for no come here one day see ebewu ayengu and they revolted. Even it is in the Bible. Akwatafuo no a omu kwa ekuro no mu ayesi omu yade enti eye abomination emusuo no. Omu ti ekuro na chi gate no asem omu kan ni say si yatena ha yebewu ekombeku yen se yede kwaten so wura kura yi mu a anya yankuya ne anya duane yadi enti ye wura kuro no mu ya two options yatena ekuro na chi one option enti yenko.
Yes.
And they marched into the city. They broke the gate, went in. And na momu yadi enti no nkofo ni dwane and they started eating their food. What you say? And this one hwe ye. Now we are to Bema. One hwe ye. Now we are who say won kwa de wiase e wo se onya sika. Emre bi bedua. The youth of this country will revolt against you. Who sika no unya ehwinipo. Emfa nhome mframa and wedi. That is why we need to create enabling environment for every citizen of this country to enjoy. Not all of them. But when we have majority of our youth working, you see the smiles in their faces. And right here, when you girlfriend, or the necessary nanwa tia masam no sa we say.
Only boyfriend. I know this is one. Just asam no ameno.
Yes.
Because the talent or one.
Yes.
We are in University of Ghana.
Yes.
And now we are very good with IT and web designs and creativity or innovator.
Opportunities for them. On one casa will design. What you say? We have to promote them, sell it, and I say, "Obi in the car." Why you betray me? What I saw, me share car no more the betray. Still that there be a tutu baby na. But the aquarium is an engine na build there. See them, which means body nina or build day. We don't need the body alone. We need to build our own engines.
Innovators and creators.
Right. They say me call teka the boy be a juma chiremi incubators or ya to me ya a pi X bear 4,000 a day. Or say he needs 30,000 on each machine. And I'm so fan man 1 million. Now on farm and manufacture more of those. You know. What do you say? We need to tap the.
And then the BBC was say over the years, Canada, Japan, all you need to do is how much you be no. Nankro for the Maeba, especially single mother for. Now when you can quadia, ubenya support Eddie Amauba. And I can ya. Kwambeso and I can. Sa adoyena wayano. Ebeti mi abeye se o my Ghana. And na ye ne madoye. Na ne ma di ye. Na ne ma yi na kumam. E de aso my Ghana.
Yo. Ni American say. See idea. Omu hwe ni amaye ne dada no. Na omu fanya ayirehwem se. Kene Japan ba. Obetimi aye adoye akese the first one. Men kene Japan. Me be your president men ye salary.
Aketua wonyi bi.
No. I'm going to buy 6 Land Cruisers, 1 Maybach for my team. That's it. I don't want anything.
Lean government.
Yes. I don't want
vehicles.
anything from government. My salary biano, I'll keep it. Every year, I'll give scholarships to the needy Ghanaians. All the 275 constituencies. At least Akwala Bako, Ebenya scholarship to go to university.
A year.
Yes, I'll do that.
84 years, no, we are looking at 275 times 4.
Yes.
I just say a year president in Naketria 1 year, no.
Yes.
And no,
about 552 years, 552 years. It means 1,100 students in one term of Kenya, Japan would have benefited from my salaries that I did not spend.
I did remember when you had so what the Yame did do no say, Rabbayano, what me I
near them and near Jenny say, me and your man be first. Sab me ma be my way. Ye called Thanksgiving. Now we gather on the same table, we're discussing issues and eating with my family. That's my happiest moment. Besides that, my daily, my happiness is to see Ghanaians working. This I call around all my companies. Now, the number of Ghanaians that I've employed. Anywhere I'm coming from, I see them na be free. Na kani ni ho, ensure ni ho.
Oh,
now and I have these kind of workers. I get self-satisfaction, and that is what I want to extend further to Ghanaians. Say, "Mami chansa, metimi ama smiles, abam ranti ani mabawa, any mami no."
Wow, umawire mu de wanya no. Udi abua uma de abua nkrofo ma, especially single mother for no. To say unya, say we president support to bang. And the bit me akosa single mother for no woman.
Yeah, support the single mothers and the honey say. You see, Obia Debia or rely on a MANSO for his survival. On to me any year.
Yes, sustained.
What you can do is create opportunities for them. Say artisans, say obemana kusuya, itreyo, obi besuya the pam. What you say? Omu we are a startup capital to start life. We have you on record. Say, we did this for you. NT, we'll be monitoring your company and your progress. Say, would this sikano? One fine yegmana vegina maboka, a money be or me this sikama, Mrs. Asma, may her soul rest in peace.
Oh,
or ma, and mammy chrome for Mexica, no, the Akobon Quayam Wumuku.
What no abana sabit adria de be father see it no what is kana kwa no aduane ma be ma no
I want to be coming meeting.
I love wo yamwa wo be ma ntimi hwew wo yefesi kama wa what that
that is what actually happened. Say hey Sadamutie So we have you on our list. Our data, say your amount of support to say will be monitored. Obia, obetimidi na de aye. We have to support him or her to expand his business. Because Bible no cry the parable of the talent. Cry no say God help those who help themselves. If he said, or say, Osikanini tu kwanya wodi na chija ne nkoa miensa. Oba ye no obisa first one say sika nam de ma ode ye den. O se misuro wunti mitutu fam e de hye ho. O se fama me. Second one, o se mi wura. Me ye no me nya mfaso kakra o se gina ha. Third one, o se sika na ode ma me no me ye adwuma no me nya ho mo ho. I have doubled it. Bible no kire say oje nia wamfa ne dia na anya hye otutu abuase de hye ho en wo chema mienu no na mienu na o che he used the word proportionately not equally e kire say o che sika no wo umfaso a wunya ya
no de ye nyina so
en wo de ye nyina so e ma wo sika no bi e kan. Well, you know, the significance of that a parable of the talent. As he say, God help those who help themselves. And we are going to help you. Uji sikana odia ye blacklist. So odia debi episode di here dia. Yanko Ponkro and himself can Japan's administration assisted you. Those who will use their money to work and make profit. Ye who say a serious create avenues for him or her to get access to loans. Ebetimi amano expand. Now also to me afa nipa ba ku mienu bi. This is how we change. Uko India. Small companies. Small companies. Ebi yawa endu 1 acre land. But go in there and see what they are doing.
Eka pharmaceuticals and IT.
What you say? That is what we have to do. Yeah? Before I leave, Aminka Maye. Delegates, I'm person catch the woman. Delegates, me person, woman me opportunity, na me name delegates, kasa.
Badaroma, akwanya no ewo ho, obi the message aba say, ene nsema wabe bruso wa ha no. Opese o stick it to sansem we say, o catch delegates ni nyina na on pese o bete say wago outside of asemu waken.
No.
O se kasa asemu ya pa chiro emu obi anyeje Facebook live and then nipa 1,400 and aye internet no so keke on Facebook live omutie wo just under 1,000 and a YouTube omutie wo aye standard radio ya omfie ya we are unable to count nipa could do etie radio no intino omasem catch na say stick to the waka na awie na wa simplify ade no amana ba form no na ko catch delegates me enti asem fufuro bi amfiri wa no
Yo, delegates, ni ame kachira wo mo ani say, Honorable Kenneth Japan has been your freedom fighter. I may fight mamo say, party no to mu asi o aye dwuma ama party. Nti emre no du na o say ehye no munyamo a, o say party ni ekan mo. Martina fie emfia nson. Mo ma awie school padwuma. Omo anya bi, omo tifie. Ukoda na eye wan kasa obo wiremu a otiti e de hwe a wo ma school no ma wi a wo manya adwuma ye kana Japan kasa kire wo ne se wotuma kana Japan I will make sure say o ma wo manya adwuma ye no ma create job opportunities ama wo mo so atumi anya adwuma ye na wo ba kokora ana wo ba brewa o ma na eye adwuma no atimi abehwe wo mamu masika enimo ni mu kan enkwaji sika ne na wo madachi enye kwa efise mpanfo se ebesi usu a ke hye wo ma emfia nson yi eye den wo ma mase ebema osika na enne wo mu pesa sabe musa ato abama wo mu na wo sa kohia mu mfia nson nti ene ye disika bebro nti wo abaji sika no na wakoto abama wo mu na wako ahohiahia mu emfia nson biem de Yankopon kura nim se Osmafo John me ka kire o ena wanti na maye mafemu de de mesra mo mamu masika ni anim kan obi obetimi di banchi aye nneoma baako over 40. Thailand na me call omo de banche ye 32 different products. Ye de gari ni agbelema ni ye kika ho a Ghana ha ye betimi de banche aye nneoma baako 40. Banche uhunu sa no is more important than gold. If you say banche keke yetimi de banche eye starch a enro ya ye num nyina starch wom. Pharmaceutical companies are in high demand of starch. Aye de banche ye. We need okandifo a obetimi de starch. Ana banche abaye starch near their drugs. Sure, breweries se wa ha. They are in high demand of banche a year. De ye beer, any Guinness, any malt. Banche, ya de banche ya ethanol. And then G20 ewo India are promoting ethanol. Maka huasem. If you say, Oma who say OPEC countries, no, the biano, omutumi tu enyamam ni omupebia. They are now going to focus on ethanol. Ethanol, ebro, yetimidi ebro ya ethanol. 12,500 acres maize farm will give you 200,000 liters of ethanol a day. A day for 365 days. What are we doing? Ebro, baby, I yet me ebro. You need a leader. Yet a champ abreso. A man will do a yenina, and successive government, aton ama Belgium for. And a Ghana for delegate, mo be some who say, enti Belgium for beto a meno, a dear no mobile, a denti no beto. We should begin to ask ourselves these questions. Near who mistakes I hear. Yet the abe, and one a year fried oil. Yet the angono a year seminar. Yet the muffin, who called Ben Solomia, the generating electricity. Abe muffin. Yet the generating electricity. I don't know. The year oil. This creams in here. What are we doing, ADAKABRI? In this country? Who call 5 northern regions. Nyankopon adiodia chewomu. I ask myself, say, do we have political leaders in these 5 northern regions? Enkuto, share not. Baby, I'm a fabia. Enkuto, enu ya isio. Now, ni bida from Dambai to Bole, and I'm a driver could do so, mom, be tasty fruits, Need
Papa.
And they don't even have juice factory of Tamano. I'm going to build a juice factory over there. Yeah, Enkuto, me back in it. Otumito on wine who jack of all trade. Otumito Enkuto 1 kilo, 27 Ghana cedis. Or the call Amazon, or $34. Yeah, Omoto Rieno. Nano, tube, they say. Ena, or anybody bachelor, say, honorable. What's the man who can, and I'm person who share a day. I was say Ghana for to me more chance because one Enkuto way be turn 700 Ghana cedis. Meme koto free America e be duru na 500. Ti me di new mani o makeka ho two be say yo. Because any ya me gi na ready ya chro ho share not organic share not. We na abrofo atiegu so asai ya sa koto de beto ama.
Who ko ikra go do London am mention be because Regent Street your store be your friend Evelyn and Crabtree. Evelyn and Crabtree no was see what the Enkuto milled Enkuto after no there seminar or to seminar no 15 pounds per cake. Seminar back 15 pounds per cake and now what the Enkuto and also what the mail seminar no.
Yeah, ADAKABRI, I read it.
Me too.
Ukwa India, Kulapu, Lokna. Omdi I read here sichiri. Or yes, anywhere they have alcohol plant. Why ye alcohol na we zade we chip boards. Omde I read here no dust no air no and womu compressing a heat no and omde chip boards. After that, the last byproduct of Aridian, every sugar plant we visited in India generates its own electricity. And the excess of their electricity is connected to the national grid. they get paid. I read you. Adakabre, I will Samuko Western region. Kube. Alata for the fleet of trucks. Free Nigeria, Besinko Western region. Eko to Kube. Na Ghana for ya bisi ya say inti alata for Kube. Gwani ya nanu winning gre. And now said the what do Kuba wapen?
Come up, papa.
What do Kuba wapen? Unime ye.
Minimum ye.
So papa utiria do ko tena land dem. They met me ye Kube anwa. Yeah, adwonwo ye abe. Ene Kuba on utwi Kube no te se na utwi agbelema odi be ye gari banchi be ye gari no. Uwi anu soja kesiye sei. Te se na wo chi bayire no. O ma ne hiti sa na Kube na watwi no. Na odi agum. Odi gum hiti no a ubonsa anwa no ebetani. Now they atre now they sa. Usa na de agu another hwiase mo because of heat. Amanadwo. And sana what the bottle nisi wa na the funnel.
When na we Kube anwen.
Yes.
2005 waka me.
Yes.
And I'm going to interview the then foreign minister and another Danko Kufuado. And now Ochi e kontomre e dia mankan be gusu after what the mankan da. Mimi ni mankan da. And the papa kind of phone now for this interview no koto. And then the Kennedy would now also so Kube anwen na we say.
Ya minimu japa na mimi mfari na dem one name him se mfrekurasi. Anya ona ba wu bai.
Yeah.
Aferi o se ya. Every office of Kwanu anu oto.
Asumasi.
What you say?
Enti asema ye ken no. Obi se practically the ye petty African honi. Obi so say Adakabri Musa the question bia no waja the man. Then ask me Musa no. Me Musa odi. Asema ken no 5 northern regions how can you know? Another one. Feed Ghana.
Yeah, sure. I will use the whole 5 northern regions, Volta region, Afram place to feed the whole Africa, not Ghana.
What's he saying?
Me say, I'm going to use 5 northern regions, Volta region, Afram place to feed the whole Africa. Look, Rwanda, about 25% of their exports are agro. Nina to the African neighboring countries. What ya namu NAFTA se hwan wa ha? After African trade,
African continental free trade.
Yeah, continental free trade. We should make good use of it. And trade among ourselves. Go and check Rwanda what they are doing. Ufriwa about tourism. What do you say? So the 5 northern regions associate daho. Sisala West and East. Or East and West. Yeah, Tumu. Any Gualu Liman Kromor. Debi.
Lambusier.
Ya a brown pa na who say yes. But yield, we need more application. Ebema yield, ayekesi. We need to build right. Yeti Kroma now bisa obisa. Ewura we otwa pictures you crowd bisa and say, "Wahunu corn oil crowd, wahunu bida."
Corn oil.
Yeah, corn oil.
Ebro.
Yeah, as you dear bro.
And so na boarding.
And no boarding. Oil. What you say? Yeah, dear bro. Yeah, conflicts. Yeah, dear bro. A sum for bread. What are we doing in this country? Where is only who PhD? Adakabre. Wait. Any who PhD? I was in Japan to me. Give me opportunity and see. And delegates may catch them say. I have Bibi Papa bi mamu. Bibi Papa wo wi ase ani se obeda be sori na akwadwuma. Na watumi atua wo yire no ma se wo yire wa man chop money, ma school fees wakotua. Enye se mbesa lie wo kene Japan fi anim.
Dr. Solomon also say ono Nevada no wotie o na wo pe akurakura na se me ko wo ho no wo pe.
I see dump. Nia mi krom. I see dump. You go Easter. You go Easter.
Nevada.
They got the akari so so.
No way. I don't know flower.
Yes, we need secret. So, ne body me ni papa o. Na ni a din to say me a.
Hey, enti. Yeah, ka ye ken no.
Yeah. maminka you know who send be ya me ko hu wo American chiro. We have to be serious because if America for African marketer a war America nyina America for dua nyadoa and wom supply African market ni nyadoa.
Anyado na ke be fa free hade ko no. Enne de o dua bi ho.
Me kamisi Kofi Adaka. Yes. Opa ko adum African market. Our Hans Point. I saw it myself. I have the videos.
Ya dua nyado America.
Me say America for dua nyadoa. Wom di supply African market. We have to be serious because a bedroom maybe no maji ye be bia
no omu hia yen.
Yes. Me say manini me hu. What you say? Enti afedi ye nyaado akura
so
ye jam America for ba ani sabi yeso ni page nyaade ye me hu bi da.
Excuse your French.
Me say sabi.
Practical ideas ya dey be nyina no.
Yeah.
Delegates no who win wi a. How do you involve them?
Yeah, delegates. You're very simple. How do I involve delegates? You're banning a creative job opportunities. They say we are going to can our garden eggs. Baby to say yeah, baby to say atebubu amanten atebubu. So uko pa ne nyado a umodua. No mu nyatofo na awereho. You need to can it. But maminka semchiramo. What we need they said we have to stop the weedicide. American market, European market, they say would they? You do an EBA they block it because of weedicide. Say poison.
No man, you shimuda no near the
Nekoto, ma, export to Bayire, Echo, Enfre, Samiboa. Me were videos of Omo Bayira, and nam weedicide, Omo man car, New York, Harbor. And my time, I'm going to buy it and I say, no, I charge you almost $5,000 to go and destroy the yam. So, and so yam, me what technology from Hollander, you can store yam for 8 months. Yes, from Grasso, a company called Grasso in Holland, can store yam technology. Maybe I Greek ministry, I'm fine you. All these fish are ADAKABRI, we can blast freeze it. And Ghana will be like Mauritania. Mauritania from 2021 October to 2022 October. They import fish from Mauritania, $30 million.
Can you imagine?
How? Na yani red fish away in Suomono. Ghana for na kasa edge lines is my foreign vessels. Effronto. Omu ya no ma $1,000 a month. Na omu no ashipo exporto yani red fish. Ni ani asa koto herrings. Ni ya diaba ekruma. Mackerel. Ni ya diaba kruma. That is what I'm saying, say delegates should give me opportunity. Now say opportunities
and ahia wo mo constituency chairman ba ko Greater Accra we free bua party in 2005 and obo ni dan so duro o si ni do lentil be si ne wontimi mo dan so o ye delegate die na na me na hia no ntia o di sika bi wo
delegates media mentimi ntua sika bia enkonfo bi anya ebetua kakra bia me de be ma wo say me appreciate it, I will do it. Yakano is up to you. O chairman ya ontimi money dance because o ni sabi adwuma papa bi ye income beba emo ade ato ne dance. That is what I'm talking about. Say you men na make ho asem. See ebetimi a create opportunity amount. Now so watumi aye adwuma. Na watumi a continue wo dan. Na wanya nimunyam e wo fie. Enye se nipa kakra bi a omo anko eyi eyonti ya chine wo confiance na se sika pa wo mu che no ehu
wo so kan bi
aden me na misro
sika
na me se sika de bi nya mfa ma wo mu but me can crash because me wo adwene Nyankopon achade odi ma me a candidate ni bi ni say me wo creative mind and I smell money everywhere I go. By studying the environment, I can tell you what we can do to make money. The Volta region, Adiam Kohun Volta, is a fantastic region. Yenya tribal politics, and Igbeni say, and then Krani say, and then Fantini say. And I ceremony say, look, Volta region, Nukurani, asasi am koto wo. Omo opportunities in terms of comparative and competitive advantage now over the north because of proximity to the port, again the nature of the land. Omo diano share not trees be anim. I said north one share not trees valuable. Yes. So you cannot just go and fail them. But Volta region there that's so flat. So we clear 20,000 acres and once they seem now we have to use it because from Ho Adakuru as Adidomi Sogakope Akache Abo North any you know in your man you bet me factories I bet me SCC because of Homo Assassin. That's the city, you know. Yes, we are going to create job opportunities. Director of Finance for Ken campaign was say Mama Makan Kwan Canadian na or no Kwan Butum Sikana or the campaign Yane Mo Yakakra. The Director of Finance say me fanto listeners and him say a webinar de Beba Honorable Kenneth or Hina Japan campaign no. There's a short code *797# *797# na ensese adia adua Canada Hina Japan mu no yema odno kwa de ne moweremu sika ede ye enti wososo moa bi o wa yeso yenko no moa *797# *797# na yesoso no yenko eye Canada Japan emoa na yesoso yentimi emfa emoa no na yemfa emai enti na obi a sheda ma contract bi se fahwe delegates nobody. It's what you might wo ye no a wo di your campaign no obi a no nkwa apam bia say the contract we na ho mfa so de bi ba akwhwe delegates no it delegates bi antena ba bia na say kura de menya ma declare kura no nti kura no adwuma kura me nya bi nye enso we declare say wo so person ye flag bearer of the party na me beti aka kira ADAKABRI ne omo nam omo ye ne amaka na Japan contract bebrebe nyina from 2021 Ebetum Sabri, Minister of Energy, Kenya, my friend Napomisado, or Mamajuma 1. And so, a core Central Tender Review Committee crown, Omo rejected me. No, say, the street light 23,800 street light, a good warehouse. Nobody. Bisan Napo Freno, maybe Sansa me, apart from South Street lighter. Omo catch them say commencement in a woo. Intiminsan ko near renew commencement, Mammy and San Uma Junior Mano. A good them. Yomo Munamu Amu Kani American Japan contract. Me say after paying 1 million to former chairman to step down, Emienya majority of parliament. Me reward no, but and have it 1 million yet amount. Oh man, Casa me Jenny back. You know. Oh, I know. I was not. At the end, a motivate you now the 2.75 million cedis a chair party constituency. Now me took a surgery. They didn't know. Did not mean him say major surgery, but I will not be around. Until I wanted to help every constituency. Say, only 10,000. So many best some kunya a better sound system, music. They are here. Until as a party man, I decided to give 2.75 million. It means you support to the party. Yeah. Yeah, now okay support our dear party MPP no. Ya na yenumdwa ana say I was saying acknowledgement bi ba. Na nya wan kasa no aka bi. So wan kasa waka bi. And now you see near yan say enye nsem nyina na eka. Ti bebre ho a wonim say through me and idea way happening. At Adentina, yentime nhwe so nka say de obre yere na odie. Well, I cannot answer to that. Me come on. I cannot answer to that. You know. But the we say my wife constantly advised me to forgive and take the rage. No for the way MPP has treated me. And yesterday, I was bold to apologize to President Mahama.
ɔsɛ ntimi nwura na adwenem ɔsɛ he
imagine
ntimi imagine say Kennedy na eka we ya na
yes men America because look papa no naturally
and Lodina teen was otherwise days and Kennedy na eka we ya
me in America me pesa be chia Lodina Muhammad you are me no
I go see Lodina so I think that I said John aye days
yes
no Kennedy na eka we ya na
yes because he's a fine gentleman to me one his shortcomings no problem but me in a relationship me feel so guilty I'm a human being
in the name of Ghana and think I will rebuild the happiness a Ghana
they rebuild this say
basa where you be free mo no so you be free no mo na mu nyina mo hwehwe say
anya Muhammad yakra but me am party for yeah even fighting NDC and nam power omo pe amani pa da sanity yes me the 10 sins of Kenya Japan na oni paru kra me ko defend no e mama no efun Muhammad say is a sin na me no ameka ene na me ntimi nya kukuduro enga me defense no cry for MPP mo say a sin 10 sins of Kenya Japan so I have every right to apologize to them and they were not me fine on say we say o gongonza say me yiri creating no
another that's what this bring
na
can we
that's the human part of Kenya Japan me matna say with what I'm going through I'm a man who nipa I say no I made a mistake but one also you know na on say a rabba qui edi ayi to say me gina mu e defend no Tracy Boachi and Abibisa. I defended Muhammad. Say, the content of a year. It was in defense of Muhammad. Say, a mad year, you know, you pay be a tot dime woman into the Bimawa. Now, me make obi a me my.
You know who busa me say na upe moi.
So question already savvy. No be the my 22. The already don't have a gas.
I warrior.
They said they are doing very well.
Doing very well. Yeah. Oh, na me nyonko no. Me nyonko no. Alright, Kennedy akomwa. Oyemwa. Ordinary Ghanaians obua wo single mothers obua wo delegates obua wo MP for obua mo sata make I say Achimota Hasi na this Russian 4x4 the buy
Abu build
near bet go gina hono na
spray no NPP colors
ye gina hono ma na spray na NPP colors into wunie
2008
so Sir John nie na misumi nie na Sir John say na dia na wakwa ya MPP for yes wudi ye chiska na yema obi na obi wada na kan say omuma ne bi kura me mema ne bi sa scenario dia na ma wunya akokoduro eboa MPs say omo so nkonko fight omo seat.
Oh, because me feel say nyame atum nsem ne ya if you want MPP to come to power. Now unu bi what chance to win but sika any problem. Why not? I do it.
Sa akoma no different here.
But this time ye nya biem. Oh, debe.
Where ja papa ye?
Debe enya dwuma.
Where ja papa ye?
Me say, say me de be boa MPB ade. Me de be kwa na ma cha mabubu afo mo street so sa.
Oh, that be na sign.
Oh, I'm telling you. The reward these MPs have done to me. Reward them there me donya me ohata we. Say me pass me one CD. We MP, we hwan yo, who ko contest ya kapre kura me ma. Oh yes.
You got February bebo.
Never
come to contest.
Baby, I'll call ya go and take your money and do it. Hey, it's simple.
What a Roma. Me agreement ne say ya me kan masem. It you better run the app if you say outstanding commitment be ubedi hujuma. Yam focus so once again on November 4. What expectations and the same.
No, grassroots him say me na makwama wo into omsu be sheme say see the only politician na oba pre power watumi ade obuo ene anidie ama grassroots for akọ wo na so akosere wo say on to aba ema no ama fedie maye pay setter ama candidates nyina no ekɔ grassroots fo ho so omumpa omuntu abama wo sanya kana Japan a wo adwempa wo mu ho so omu de omu ka bie yie omu di bie yie entimidi obuo ne ani die ma wo mu no mato abama mea sankofo ye nne omu ba ho betuatua sika kese nyina they didn't respect you ebiem omu kan yie the amount of money they gave to chairman MPs whoever super delegate no we polling station executive nasa woman timi ama 100,000 to abeti ya wo to makere Japan
what's saying
na wo tie ni ye
bitie
abrantie bi wo kumase no be analysis no kire me ose honorable mimi ye electoral area coordinator abaya ye koto November 4th mimi vote ye 1 constituency chairman vote ye 1 regional chairman vote ye 1 regional chairman koto abaya man 100,000 na me polling station executive u buy also be mam 2,000 na abra nyina ye vote ni account enti wa mam 100,000 amento enti me fi say a good message so obi aba no mam 100,000 per delegate me mam kwa say monto abama o but anything short of 100,000 obu say sabe wo de wo ye jimifo enti o makom de mfia nso mfia nwotwe oba no de sika ebeda wa sabe no wadwena dase inkuto no wasa akoto abana ma no wasa akowuhiam enti 2,000 na ode bra no divided by 4 years now how much money you get a month for you to vote near we are and konfo bi o manya positions no ma beka kire wo say they are not there for MPP na ebasi ye hiamu epe nipa amoma koto abamo en yo mu hia MPP omu hiamo no munya to mutu abama omu wia national health insurance na professor Tefa ka kire wo say ye hia MPP media Ghana card national ID no abeka kire wo enti media me boda wuro na kire wo Bible say ni owaso no ontie mamu masika nimonim emamu badaachi enye omukwa sika bia ni wo betimi dia mawa wo betimi adi ni mfie nan ihwaniye se wo no obi akoto aba na munyina mo aba ne ye be counto ne am obi 100,000 wenso mu sa be ma ne bi aka ho a ne ya bu kwasea mpre wa ha hwe na to abati ya wo mu na tuma kana Japan na ode ne nkwa ato ho na nimonyam ato ho a defend mu ya lobby me se menyi sika kese na me step down e ma nipa bi na manya na mo ho donti momfa sa do no so enkoto aba makene Japan because e sika nkwa dia sika ya offer amene kasuchi amode no over million times
egola bi titi ba bi o so bua
me kene Japan me bua
me manya
na wo se me bua no
mami kan
wo mo no o ja bi me ka jew wo mo no mpanfu a wo mo nim de e wo party ni mo nim bekasa sankwala no are they relevant
so see a new survey aba global info analytics or say a swing regions a 4 Greater Accra, Central Region, Western Region, and the Northeast Region. Or say MPP delegates, SA, South swing regions, no. Canada, Japan, 39%. Dr. Mahmoud Baumia, 38%. Adenimo, 2%. Oyinbo also free Yakuto, 2%. Undecided, 19%. Canada, Japan leads Dr. Baumia in the 4 swing regions of Greater Accra, Central, Western, and the Northeast. Now, pause with the Yajuma.
Mimi dear, me mammy Trimu Yabede, and no answer me cocoa. But let me tell you, the undecided
19%
are dangerous for the sitting, you know. Yeah, because Sir Obia Kachra will say, on ye na juni ya, nature se uba honokrano. Osiro unti ompese obeka. Otiasie. But we'll go on. I believe in one thing, na menyi nyoma bi ni. But me share boy bi. Abrantie bi a na wakasa o one of the station. No say. O so daya o kan 12 July. and was say medaya de ebem na abaya ye koto yi enipa ba ko be win big na saaba no enipa 4 ene ye be yi wo mu na host ni say no omo ye 5 o say me say 4 wodim say ya to aba first one ampa enipa 4 ya sai ko choose ba ko be kan ho ye 5 ba ko so sa resign e ma no be ye 4 he that alone or say and he used the frog say or crawl from the back sa and what the belly di ni awonya big e was super delegate enti ewrade bekasa ewrade obekasa na ni awakasa ebeye ho no ebeye ho
ze ba bia susu ane befa no ehwa ane befa
na wo ewiase a wo baaye one say you call balloting and nipa baako every time we only one. So the third balloting November 4th, he will still be number 1.
Now what's your radio?
Me.
Aye.
Mentantie.
What's your TV?
Metahwe CNN.
Hey. Won share a Kwabena Sante kura wo Adum TV.
Baby.
Won share a Krama kura eja Kwabena kura ne Krama wo UTV.
Baby.
I don't know won share Ghana TV, NTNT radio.
You see, bebre no kura ena mempe abofunu ene ya isemti mpanyine due mante
anya wante
mante ana mante mesisi maso
so beba betie
ena CNN wo hwa no mo de what's the facts something no be abeguo no ma wayi na metie wiase news na me de year comparison hwe Mauritius economy na ma hwe Rwanda economy na ma hwe Ghana economy wo hwa enura say was Colombia is the third largest producer of coffee. Adam trim na me ye osaka ba ko kan you know intimitie but say gregede na kana Japan yes
na
I will say they will sensationalizing yoma what you say enti
that's how we need matem do
there be
I didn't know we need matem da
so we are friends and now you see what I will say to you are unfunny serious obi o wa be funny serious and now what you will say to me me funny serious ebi obi kan me funny serious and nam relationship me no wo he say Kwabena Sante adam ka say ni na funu say bo fruity enya sam ketwa odu jibi o haru asa from sorry was say we have ampo me papa say ba funu say bo fruity you see
meanwhile fan say we did not
say no no from me catch me odia meanwhile na enkofo okun de yeah won so didi water they don't know yen you free one you go di dokumo
nine
aboso na mo kun
because we can be o London we can we na san free me na say we just the amount o London on enti aye Kwabena bo bi an san free me no say owura de kere de akoka fa ho London na so we eminia they okay so and then I recall now papa
see the people from Central region and Western region if anything at all they should remember sir they are geographically positioned for tourism.
Yes.
Elimina Castle, Cape Coast Castle,
the
Blue Sea.
Yes.
Takrade Air Konua. They should give me opportunity and see. Bonsa ties. We have to revive glass factory. We have to revive all those. We need coconut oil factory.
Yes.
Western region.
Come, Siama,
we need it. And you need a man with the vision. Obia or Ghana. And that is Kenya Japan for you.
Okay.
Central region. And you ma yebetimia was Central region. Yeah. Now we kotwa mawan. And the Central region for Mura Fimo. We lost from 19 seats to 10 seats because of poor roads. Poor roads. These same people omushe ema ye rose yanye are telling you sir monkoto abama omu and you have the whole regional executives from Central region say omu supporto Any passimesi a womotimi ahwehwe han Emma Central Region with all the votes yenya yentimi develop Central Region. Hey, my assem, but I know say the polling station executive will speak.
Oh
yes, I believe in them. So they will vote wisely. No influence in Central Region. And they bet me amaye. But the American Central Region executives if on say, "Niamuye nyina me who be pay you." If he say, President Kufuor Breso 2000 to 2008, only 8 constituencies. 2004 to 2008, yenya 16 seats, and in Dom, enya 1 seat, 17 out of 19. Me am here campaign manager for President Kufuor. In fact, Edumade, Honorable Obodai is alive. Edumade sabotage all potential MPs on between ministers to lose because he felt threatened. Mene chairman Bute Dankwa Smith, on an regional chairman, he called around meetings upon meetings, ebi otumi pon 3 a.m. Ye ko we ni wie ya, near the credit ma Edumade. And I'm catching him, say, oh, the moon train. Say, Edumade ne ma ye wini ya, boom. You see what happened in 2008. Oh my year, say BMBC. Because I go round, baby, Dimbia was Central Region to campaign for them. And this regional executive are going to pay me. I'll give them a showdown. Hey! Central Region. I'll give them a showdown. I want to prove to Chairman Kuti himself when you will be our Central Region. Now, if Bawumia wins in Central Region, you will see what will happen in 2024. I dare them. I am daring Chairman Kuti and the regional executives. So we remember, no say Jimmy Sua, Adi Besi was Central Region. What do you try? I'm daring Chairman Kuti and I'm daring the regional executives. Would the Besi member on showdown? If they win, they will say 2024. What will happen?
And come on, what do you
know?
Okay, I am a depa and come on, you know. I know them person you try and get because what do you come up? Ama akoye. Na
Dabi, enyo me wom tim no. Se womu nimnia eba womu so a. Enko bia ye steady.
Enti ni nyina se. Meda wase.
Enyo me wom tim. Na me sro hwan.
Meda wase.
Ade a me ye womu wo Central Region.
Meda wase.
Ani womu nko se bon fa 100% in market in Japan. Na ni womu ye owe 2024. Memo massa palogo.
Oi. Na we na message ne ba ye no nipa kro no mintimi mo ne din. Nti mame nkan fa.
Ba me yo. Enyo me ya papa.
Ewie
Central Region. Regional executive. Who do you see what will happen?
Ewie.
Me ya be ma o. Me nya coward. Me ya man. And I have the money to play mischief. Me say. Mame I have the money to play mischief. Me catch my Putin.
Mame jakwan. Abna yanara ya sasini wo de menaye na
General assassini eya bodin ni mayen mojana na shewinya tu omayen edumene wasoso seye bene gratwaso ninja twaso koto kranele apese kuminya ediene muda waye asasi bono matuse
Neat 100.9 FM. Sabri, we see Honorable Member of Parliament for a year Asini Central Kennedy Kwame Kompro Kwa Japan. Jada Kwame. Majari Betransi. Na who say a year penny in the same. The message is crash or a kind.
Oh, fantastic ideas. Very fantastic. Nensamana waboboso ne de otum se to aso mu yie pa se esi ahenefo beto ama no na Ghana fo betima age na tomo a ehwo na yebetima asese ne yie na yehu se practically no obetimi de aye adwuma because dia waka no ene dia waboboso no na wohwe oman a yewoma ya yenim se no ma bebre wo ho a yageka ka echi ewo mu na say no mani nyina no or try say just say unhia say obekọ akọ na emum so obekika no ma bia bom e woyan ayemem no yetimidi akyekyere ma na fantastic ideas de bia na meka so obi e no ba epe mampani obe na dwe so obepe mampani adi e wo Ghana ha obeka asem a hede sebe ohaw bi oye ne bi beba obi a peso pushi oman ni yie eni ahead of 2024 elections no yehwe nyame adom 4th November MPP for etimi yom flag bearer na NDC for do mayi dada ye behwe political parties aka ni nyina obia ne asese eye mo eniswade hu na mo wode mo man because said the American no emma politician bia anya na dwen say abato na ye 1992 abato. Me for the first time I met to about Ghana in 1996. So I'm recording me 18 years. But you go to aba. It to the point is say no, be person me can say politicians Ghana for say do na no dynamics e wo about to monasesa. Enti ya din enti ya de ya din na ye tie nsem obia eka so that our critical analysis be na wo be ya no wait my yes analysis no na chese wo de ye nyina so na adakwa koto aba enye ntokwa enye atemdidi enye twe bia nsem bi oka bia no fagu nsane ani na afi ni yehu kwan ye befa so na yetimi ede se no ama na isusu dua na nyame ya adom na se ode 7th December 2024 no ede dom ye a na wakwa take decision e wo ballot box mo enti fantastic ideas no aba be culture one very fantastic of which some of the ideas okay na utim say to I believe say yes ye the year adwuma e wo ye man a e betima boan enti of I think that is okay now. Also you did very well say interview no focus no ekoye say ahead of 4th November ahead of 4 November. Because na back one can make free us and the letter no and this video because then no so na ko benya saa kwan na ka wetimi a clarify. But them say no na my expectation no need frame because na ka mepe clarity ewo ho. Un say politics no obi abetima fa bibia no de aye bibi nti but in any case you were on point, you tried say obetimi put him
na
on the path.
Yede ne nipa bi so te baabi a na omumpa ya se enne mejije na mana kansembe na deflate ye gains bi omu free say
eno ne yes nipa saafo na omo pe nsem ben na omo pe se as say no waba
identify na metwa so say de na ne bofuo no metwa so
oh na ade no twa so na ye ndi interview no because interview no komo my 2 hours so ene yatra 2 hours no be mai eti obi wa no nim de komo 2 hours wo mo ka se oso ka se obeye interview for 2 hours eti calculate 2 hours no kwa ya pa ho nti na normally we are now we supposed to and then well me who say and you be adwin but then yes sanity it is good sir
obi free so ADAKABRI de me busa ne bibia ebema wakeka nsem adentra
sana nipa ne pe ana sa your object in anything
nye trending issues na mabusa no
trending issues in here
and say we are
trending issues in the idea aduane brand here can na say trending issues ebema come there emu de na here ka baba ko so
ma yanko Musa Dankwa executive director Global Info Analytics na one enomode new survey, National Opinion Poll Governance and Elections, updated October 6, 2023. Na yani nkunkudi nkomo kakra. Esa survey no ana akọwie se beba na eni Musa kwa aba mame beba ana kwa aba mame.
Okay, Musa Dankwa ya mo kwa aba na eti say Musa wa homa no de Musa Dankwa ma ha o
meji wosu
meba cho wie na mpo mu ti say
nyamina do
ye de nyakopan se mo latest survey amodi aba betu dwa no ma ye hu enoma ben na ewum
yo okay survey no a very big survey yeah. I think there are more than 45 questions in all okay the survey in its original form. You interviewed about 6,420 something, I think. The margin of error was 1.52%, and a confidence level of 99%. Interview was 82% in all the 16 weeks, which that is the report I get to them.
All right. Eti my share focus no na eyedien the teacher ahead of NPP womo 4th November elections because na focus no object na kasa ede.
Object is you say you among voters in general who would they prefer to lead the NPP. The difference in the perceived among who find a better Ghana for in terms of overall popularity. In the South, we say, who would they want to lead NPP? In the South, and 44% say they prefer His Excellency Bawumia to lead NPP. 35% say they prefer Kennedy to lead NPP. Francis Adainimu, 2%. Dr. Usu Afriyakutu, 2%. And 16% say they are undecided. Omunim se Bawumia, se Kennedy, so Usu Afriyakutu, Adainimu, Omunia Umnanya Wazi. So that is the response from General Bush. But the whole drill down into reconciliation of people who were giving us their opinion. You who said 62% of MPP supporters or sympathizers to be preferred Dr. Baumia. I'm say MPP, they prefer Baumia. 62%. And 32% say they prefer Kennedy or Edison among MPP. But over NDC for 31% prefer Baumia. 38% prefer Kennedy. And among floating voters, 29% prefer Baumia. 45% prefer Kennedy. And among parties in the 26% say Baumia, 28% say Kennedy. And among disclosure party, 32% Baumia, 35% Kennedy. So when the breakdown of the support each of the candidates get from the various demography of party affiliates.
Eti ADAKABRI na yen show. What does this survey tell us politically? The ECOSO MPP mo ahead of November 4. Na fe what is likely to happen 2024 general elections?
From this data, you could say, sir, the odds are for Baumia to win the November 4 because 62% of MPP prefer him. And generally, you would expect the views of MPP supporters to correlate with delegates more closely than floating voters, NDC, and other people. So if you were to bet, you have to look for indicators of who could win. And at the moment, at MPP levels, it's Baumia who is leading at the moment.
The MPP for no woman total figure in an yes saying na percentage send a MPP for and a percentage send a NDC for.
Poll, in fact, MPP people were oversampled. They were about 37% of the respondents were MP. And NDC close to 29-30%.
Okay. Now, 44% of all voters who to lead MPP, or say 44% for Dr. Mahama Baumia, 35% for Kennedy Ohine Japan, and then 16% undecided. Dear debate me, I can add the 16% undecided, giving Dr. Baumia 44, Kennedy 35.
I think if the general voters are also undecided, it is likely that the same sentiment may be prevailing in the delegate. Sometimes the feeling among all voters tends to impact delegates or grassroots. So grassroots follow only ordinary members of the party, and they are among the ordinary members of society. And most often, you could see that they feel what everybody else feels. That is why the official delegate poll, it is still close because of this sentiment.
Right. Afema yemra afrafrantoso. Yako 2024 general elections now.
Yes.
What is the performance of Alan Shamatin?
I think I don't know whether you've been following my posts on Facebook and elsewhere on Twitter. I have argued that almost say Alan will not be any force and that he may get 1%. I think they are living in history past. Or they are not able to see the data clearly as to what is likely to happen or what is currently happening. Alan Shamatin is not an ordinary MPP person or an ordinary Ghanaian who is running for politics. He is quite formidable. He has following, and his following comes from the Akan block of the country. The Akan block, Ashanti region, Eastern region, Western region, Western North, Central region, Bono East, and Aha. And it appears he has succeeded in making himself somehow a third force, at least for now, from what we have seen in the polls. Because, in fact, if this is Ghana for okay, Alan Estifo is going as independent. Are they affecting MPP chances and they affecting MPP chances? And I think majority of Ghanaians, 40% say yes, are they affecting MPP chances? And 34% say they be affecting chances. And 20% say they have no opinion. So from the word go, before you even see how it's doing in the post, Ghanaians believe that it will affect MPP. So Ghanaians are more in tune with how formidable he is than many of the analysts and commentators. But luckily, now we were in the field, so we were able to test his popularity vis-a-vis the rest of the candidates. So, Alan is going independent. Said, Baumia emerges as the MPP's flag bearer with Mahama and the rest. Who would you vote for?
My when you be with the swing regions of 4 regions, and then Akan regions, AS7, and then the northern regions, AF5, and then the Uti Volta AU2. Now, we say swing regions, of Greater Accra, Central, Western, and the Northeast. If elections are held today, John Dramani Mahama also be 47%. Dr. Mahama Baumia also be 29%. Alan Kojochire Martin also be 11%. And undecided 7%. In the swing regions, it's the same Nebekodia. Let's just say it underscores the importance of Alan Martin in the scheme of things. So.
Yes, I mean, who shares the swing regions now? He does 11% best. In fact, that is his second best compared to Akan region. If he is taking 11% from MPP, then that is dangerous for the party. Because remember, in the past, Mahama was doing close to 60%. The swing regions for. But now he has come down to 47%. Even though MPP is oversampled in this race, it shows that Alan has drained slightly Mahama and more so Bawumia in the swing region.
Then in the 7 Akan regions, you are forecasting, say, John Dramani Mahama at 36%. John Dramani Mahama at 36%. Then Dr. Mahama Baumia at 35%. And then Alan Martin at 13%, with 8% undecided. Yes.
We kick all the questionnaires that we deployed in the Akan region. Ashanti region, East region, and analyze it. And the results we are seeing shows a dead heat if elections were held today in the Akan region. But Mahama has a slight edge of 1% in the Akan region. But we share poll, the poll has a margin of error of 1.5%. So statistically, we are a dead heat.
Now, just in the Akan regions, you can say MPP is strong in the Akan regions. Because also can say MPP near Akan party. You are, as per the data now, Sir John Dramani Mahama even beats Dr. Mahama Baumia in the Akan regions of the 7 regions here, yakin.
He is leading 36% and Baumia 35%. Remember, Kotuaba, those who are saying undecided, they will decide. So they will go either way. So we will say that he's leading, not beating. He's leading.
Okay. Now, in the 5 northern regions, Dr. Muhammad Baumia say, North for Sebetu Amano, Yezungu for Sebetu Amano, Obama Mahama showdown. And the data says, John Dramani Mahama is leading Dr. Muhammad Baumia in the 5 northern regions, 59% to Dr. Baumia's 32%, with Alan Shermatin doing 5% in the 5 northern regions.
That doesn't surprise me, to be very honest with you. We have seen the data from the north over the period, and we've seen that Dr. Muhammad is doing remarkably well in the northern region, especially northern region. But Baumia does a bit better in the upper east region. From what we've seen in the last 3 or 4 polls, he does well in upper east region. But overall, his performance in the upper west, Savannah, and northeast put together, it weighs him down significantly. Especially in the northern region, he's not doing well there at all.
And
the
then
northern region is the largest.
Very interesting. Afe ma yenhwe John Dramani Mahama on the ballot paper, Dr. Muhammad Baumia on the ballot paper, Alan Kojuchere Martin on the ballot paper. When it comes to the question of religion, you are saying, 59% of Muslims, ese ombeto ede ama JDM, John Dramani Mahama. 25% of Muslims, ese ombeto ama Dr. Muhammad Baumia. And then 7% of Muslims are saying so ombeto ede ama Alan Kojuchere Martin. And then 6% undecided. In the Zongus, within Muslims, John Dramani Mahama is leading Dr. Baumia by 59% to 24%. What is that?
I don't think this should surprise anyone who has been following us and has been following the polling numbers among religious groups. I've always said that he's not doing well at all among the Muslim community. And in fact, the previous poller, he has always hovered around 29-30% among Muslims. And Mahama has been around 60% among Muslims. Now, with Alan coming into the race, Alan has taken some from Mahama, some from Alan, some from Baumia. So Baumia is now on just a quarter of Muslims supporting him.
And Nadia the Bema, Muslims will not pitch their camp with their fellow Muslim.
We can't speak for them right now, but we didn't ask them the reasons why they were not voting for him. That would be another exercise.
Because Dr. Baumia said the Muslims have promised that Ombetuamano, Zungus are promises Ombetuamano.
That's not what we are seeing in the polls. I mean, I would rather believe the polls than what their leadership will tell you.
Na what's data modi equality data ya? I don't know say Alan Martin what register quickly say.
I don't think it's quickly because people know him already. That he was running for president on MPP ticket and one call NOC for after the super delegate. So it's not known. And OC from tonight, he was telling us he will announce in the future to the country too. So people were expecting something. And what he announced, I don't think it didn't surprise many of us or some of us, but probably surprised many people who didn't say or who never thought Alan would be independent.
It is your quality data and yes, you can say weighted average, any unweighted average, as you understand.
You. We are polar because you select MPP for NDC for you may end up interviewing more MPP or more NDC than there are in the country. And look, the views of the poll are best skewed towards MPP members. But the main charge for us, in the last 2 years or so, we have collected data of MPP and NDC supporters and voting for the past almost 20 months. So we know the average people or average percentage of Ghanaians who are MPP and average of those who are NDC. Averagely, MPP is around 35%, NDC around 33%. In the so-called opinion poll, now almost 38% the MPP poll. It means 1 over sample MPP poll. If you want adjusted poll, it will not give you the true reflection of the country, assuming you have interviewed 33% NDC and 35% MPP. So what we do is that we use the average that we have calculated over the years to smoothen or to adjust the poll, assuming that we interviewed 35% MPP, 33% NDC, and that's what we did. In the one adjustment, you see that Mahama goes up because there were far more or far less NDC people in this current poll than the MPP people, and that would have been at the MPP's NDC disadvantage. And we know that elections outcome in this country correlates more to the party affiliation of voters than their age, religion, or ethnicity. If they use the political party affiliation as a sample weight to correct the imbalances in the sample.
So, general elections, the weighted average, John Dramani Mahamad's head on the ballot, Dr. Muhammad Bawumia's head on the ballot, and then Alan Kojo Martin's head on the ballot. JDM 48.3%, that is under 50%. And then Dr. Muhammad Bawumia 28%. And then Alan Kojo Martin 11.3%. Undecided 5.4%. Surprising?
No, I wasn't surprised because I've seen the numbers over many months, and I've always said that if Alan goes independent, he will head MVP big time. Why would he head MVP and not NDC that much? If you're NDC party affiliated and who they are voting for in the election, on the average, about 95% of them stay with John Mahama, come rain or shine. It means you have to break the front of NDC to be able to get numbers away from them. So when Alan broke away, he's breaking away from MP. And the first casualty of his breakaway will certainly be MP. We also saw that there were a number of MPP voters, about 17% in July, who have chosen to vote for JDM in July. But that number has now reduced to 11%. It means that with Alan going independent, it has given them reason not to vote for John Mahama again, but come to Alan. That is why Mahama came down slightly compared to his numbers. And then Bawumia came down significantly.
He said, Yafa 2020 figures. Na Oshe Nana Adudanko Akufo-Addo, the winner. Ghana say 6.7 million votes. Na ene based on data, ye chichese ye 6.7 no mu a Dr. Aye Mama Baumia ewum Alanchematin ewum Aye John Dramani Mahama ewum na John Dramani Mahama efa 1.4 million of Nanadu vote no 2020 na Alanchematin fa a little over 1 million of Nanadu vote in 2020 na Dr. Baumia efa the remainder. Upusa who say what the heck is then happening?
All right. Okay, a question anymore. Besides question, which of the following candidates did you vote for in 2020? The purpose of this question was to be able to understand whether are they still intact and are they voting for MPP or they are presented MP. So that calculation, that analysis, 21% of voters are Mutuman and Adu. Almost they are voting for John Mahama. 52.3% say they are voting for Dr. Mahmoud Bawumia. 15.6% say Omutwama Alan Semoto. 1.6% say Ombetwama Bufuro. Boom for Akalu and Ayariga and Dr. Ankano. Omina 1.2%. But 3.6 say Ombetwama Bufuro are only needed to cry. The one you and 5.6 says someone decided between all the people who they will vote for. If you put the back figures no more, it says 1.4 million of Nado 6.7 no. That is about 21%. Almost John Mahama from population. But we have 3.5. Alan 1 million. So effectively, say you have a benefit among only those who voted in 2021. John Mahama will be on 52%. Mahmoud Bawumia will be on 29%. Alan will be on 10%. So it shows you how the 2020 voters have flipped between then and now.
Young fancy na again na ese Canada Japan shows slight lead over Dr. Bawumia.
Yes. Let me tell you what is happening. There are a lot of dynamics going on when Kennedy is in the race. He tends to get slightly more floating voters when Kennedy is in the race. But at the same time, he also suffers some losses to Alan because he is an Akan, Alan is an Akan. So they tend to say that, okay, who would you see to be more presidential? That is where Kennedy sometimes falls short and he loses grounds for Alan. So it's a very complex factors that are contributing to his numbers. But what works for him is that he has people who are very well galvanized. They are less likely not to vote if Kennedy is in the race than any other person candidate. So he is able to mobilize the people to come out and vote. But when he's not in the race, then MPP goes down slightly because almost no turn, no vote. So we are seeing that in this data.
And the next is we have an interesting political scenario panning out, given say all eyes on whether we could have a third force, and Alan is showing signs of that third force being recognized.
I think for him, this poll might be a welcome and good news that he is not doing 1% or 2%. This will be his baseline, and I think he can only improve with time, but only time will tell. Whether he gets his campaign well organized, structured, and focused, that will determine whether he remains a very viable force. But even if he performs at 10%, 8% in an election, this could be a rule that could turn out to be a kingmaker if the election goes into runoff.
Or he could be a kingmaker.
Yes.
Me have see us for now. Master Musa Superior. Musa Dankwa. Idi. Yada was a pa.
Yes, me that's it.
Okay. Japon, Abnawe. Marjorie.
Yeah, over. Appointed.
Was he appointed? Yeah,
Brebre.
Ya brebre. Yanara ya sasini. Hey. Ile mihudi ya menka krebi. Okay. Nana ko jojo antra yapon. Yapon kra wate. Nana yapon. Ojojo antra mechi papa.